This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Live from TD Garden in Boston, it's Bruins hockey as tonight the Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets finish up their 3-game season series and a back-to-back home-and-home series this weekend between the two clubs. As we welcome you into the broadcast booth alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. The Bruins had hoped the holiday break wouldn't put a kink in their momentum after they went 4-0-1 in the last 5 games before Christmas, but last night those hopes evaporated in the second period as the Blue Jackets scored 4 unanswered goals en route to a 6-2 win over Joe Sacco's Bruins.
I thought Columbus played well tonight. I thought they outplayed us. They deserved what they got here tonight. They were the better team. So the 3-day break didn't have as much toll on them as it did on us. And, we just have to be better, all of us, tomorrow night.
Yeah, they all kind of face the music, right? They realize that nowhere near the way that they want to play or need to play in order to be successful, especially it leaves a sour taste after you come off a good, solid game, finish the road trip strong, and then a good, solid game there against the Washington Capitals, one of the better teams in the NHL. And, you think that, okay, even though it's 3 days off, we're ready to go again. Well, Columbus had the same 3 days off. Yeah, they were waiting for them, but that's, nobody's using that as an excuse, nor should they. And the Bruins know that they need to be much better here in this game in so many different areas, right? First period, I don't think either team was really at their best, but you come out of it at a tie 1-1. You move on. I think the disturbing thing was that the goals that they allowed in a short amount of time there in the second period, it just turned the whole game around.
Yeah, 3 goals in 2 minutes and 47 seconds in the middle portion of that period. Also disturbing, they allowed 3 power play goals last night for the 6th time this season. Their own power play scoreless in 2 opportunities. And after the game, Charlie Coyle said both of those units need to be better.
When your special teams are good and you take responsibility of that, you give yourselves a good chance to win. We saw it last game, on a 5-minute. And we see what that does for our team and what it can do to kind of dampen their spirits too. So when you can't give them those, that only feeds into their game more and takes away from us. So that's definitely an area that we want to clean up.
The special teams have been a hot topic for them all year. It's just, we're so used to seeing them near the top in both categories. The special teams have been very good in the past. And for whatever reason this year, they got behind early. They still haven't figured out the power play on a consistent basis. And, they have games where they look good at it and maybe don't get rewarded. They have other games where they don't look good at it at all. So they're still trying to figure that out. But on the flip side, the penalty killing, which has done some good things this year, and it's certainly taken some good steps in the right direction under Joe Sacco behind the bench. But, that can kill you in games. And the amount of times that they have allowed 3 power play goals against 6 times or 7 times or 6 times, I believe it is, 6 times this season in 37 games. And that's alarming. That just changes the whole it puts you so far behind. They actually won one of those games. It was against Colorado Avalanche, but that's 5 losses where you've allowed 3 power play goals against. You're battling. It's an uphill battle when you allow that many, and the special teams have been an issue for them no matter who they're playing all year long.
Yeah, our friend Ty Anderson on the Hockey Show this morning said he went back and researched it. It was over 600 games backward before you could find a group of 6 games where they had given up 3 power play goals or more. It was a tough night last night for goalie Jonas Korpisalo. He wasn't given much help by the defense in front of him.
Great special teams for them, and I think throughout the game they got plenty of odd man rushes, and I think that what drove their momentum throughout the game.
Yeah, three breakaways in the second period alone. Corpusella made saves on 2 of them. I don't think he was at his best last night either. I think there was some rebound control, but there was a lot of people in front of him, and no, he did not get a lot of help in that game. So far from the reason that they lost. But, I think he's been good in most of his starts this season for the Bruins. He's provided what they've kind of hoped for. Last night was just an ugly one for everybody. And, from the Bruins standpoint, just pulling themselves out of it now, not letting it fester. They've lost twice in really difficult fashion to Columbus. The first game that they played against one another here at the TD Garden, that was Jim Montgomery's last game. Yeah. And he was fired after that. And they tightened some things up. For the most part, they've been much better. There's been a few games that have gotten away from them. The Winnipeg games got away from them. Maybe a little bit in Seattle, but not too bad. But Winnipeg and certainly last night. And it's an area of their game that they know where they have to be, how they have to be dialed in certain areas. And we've talked about this a lot, Ryan. They're not going to outscore their mistakes on most nights. Right. Once in a while, maybe. But they're not going to be able to outscore their mistakes. And if you're not dialed in defensively against a good offensive team, that's the score you're going to get.
Well, the Bruins are hoping to turn the page today in a rematch against Columbus less than 24 hours later. And today, a roster move for the Bruins and general manager Don Sweeney. The long-awaited NHL debut of 2021 first-round pick Fabian Lysell, called up from Providence earlier today. He'll be inserted in the third line alongside Trent Frederick and Justin Brazeau tonight.
Well, Lysell can score, right? He can shoot, he can score. His numbers are decent down in Providence. They're not off the charts great, but they're decent down in Providence. Not a huge guy, but he's an offensive type of player. He's a very skilled player. Joe Sacco said earlier today that we will see him on the power play. How much power play time, I'm not sure. Where they put him on the power play, I'm not sure. If he just takes Wallstrom's spot, Wallstrom will be out of the lineup here today, but if he just takes Wallstrom's spot, he's probably not going to see a lot of time with Pasternak playing over on that left wing elbow. Right. So we'll see how Joe Sacco decides to use Fabian Lysell here tonight.
Yeah,
he's going to play on a line with Frederick and Brazeau.
Yeah, he'll be on with line with Frederick and Brazeau. There'll be a change on the fourth line tonight as well. Johnny Beecher is out, and Mark McLaughlin will draw back into the lineup. And defensively, Parker Wotherspoon expected to suit up tonight in place of Jordan Osterley. Jeremy Swayman will get the start between the pipes. Well, coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including Alex Ovechkin making his return to the lineup in Washington.
I just want to come back and play hockey. Obviously, it was hard months.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco about tonight's matchup.
We have to show more desperation and more urgency in the defensive zone, especially against that top line.
And up next, we'll take a look back at last night's Blue Jackets win over the Bruins. Here's a save and a rebound, and they score. Marchenko puts home the rebound of the Putia shot, and it's 6-1. That's coming up here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog.
Milk Bone.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
When your knees say no. When your hip has other plans. When your shoulder cries out or your back is out of line? When you ask, why am I in so much pain? You'll find answers at University of Michigan Health Sparrow Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Our highly skilled team is here with leading-edge medicine and the latest treatment options close to home when you need them. Make an appointment to find your Michigan answer at uofmhealthsparrow.org/ortho now.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
We get it underway here in Columbus. Bruins will go from right to left on offense here in the first period. Puck gets dumped in around behind Jonas Korpisalo. He hands it off, and they move it out of the zone courtesy of Charlie McAvoy. Down deep again for Voronkov. They work it around to Werenski for a one-timer. Save made. Korpisalo. Rebound tipped up over Korpisalo and lands in the net. And a power play goal for Columbus to take a 1-0 lead. Pasternak has the puck behind the net. Centering pass. Score! Pavelzaka from the right circle buries it, and we are tied at 1. Monahan gives away. Zadorov clears. Here's Lindholm with Coyle down the middle. Trying to get it to him in the air, and Coyle had it deflect off his stick as he tried to redirect that one.
Sailed on Lindholm.
Bruins will try to hustle some changes on, and they better go. Here's a floater into the attack zone for Fantilli. He scores. Bruins were trying to get the line change. They didn't get it quickly enough. And the Blue Jackets take a 2-1 lead. As there's a drive by Fabro, save made. Werenski get it back across, and they score. Now down low, a chance, backhand score. Voronkov was looking past first and then just took the shot. Sends it across. Marchenko fired in front. Voronkov scores. Korpisalo got the first one, but Voronkov able to knock in his own rebound. It's 5-1.
Game management, extending our shifts, bad line changes, things that we talked about in the second period. And they exploited us there and took advantage of the opportunity that was in front of them. So that's on us.
As the Blue Jackets scored 5 unanswered to blow this game open, and they'll wind up winning it 6-2. Some of the sounds of last night's victory for the Columbus Blue Jackets over the Bruins. That was out in Ohio, and we are back now at TD Garden, where the Bruins and the Blue Jackets will do it again tonight, hopefully with much different results. You think back to that second period, and you mentioned off the top, Bearsy, 3 goals in a very short span, and we've seen that a number of times from the Bruins this year where things kind of spiral out of control. Normally it's been against some of the better teams in the league. Columbus is not that, but they are certainly a good offensive team.
Yeah. They're not in the standings, they're not, but they can explode quickly. And when you're giving them odd man rushes and when you're giving them, I'm not going to say tap in goals, but you're giving them fairly easy goals or fairly easy looks in some of the cases. They're just too good. So, Joe Sacco talked about it with us. You'll hear it later on in the pregame show a little bit about, he didn't like the matchups that they got last night. When the shifts got extended, they got some favorable matchups with their top line who was very good. Werenski, he basically said someone's got to, put his face against the glass a couple times here tonight as opposed to just letting him kind of freewheel. 14 shot attempts last night or right around there for Werenski in that game.
And 4 assists.
It shows you 4 assists, but 14 shot attempts. It shows you how much they had the puck in the offensive end, and it's not all power play. It was 5-on-5 as well. So, yeah, some areas that the Bruins are certainly looking to clean up, and they have not had success at all against Columbus. I'm not going to throw away the first meeting with the two teams, but the Bruins were in a very different place last night than they were the first time that they played Columbus, but Columbus still blew them out. So this is, I'm not going to say it's gut check time, but it's, all right, where are we?
You want to see a response tonight.
Definitely want to see the response, and you want to see it from individuals, but more importantly, you want to see it as a team, as a group, and right from the drop of the puck.
Yeah, 11-3, they've been outscored by the Blue Jackets in the 2 meetings so far this year. Coming up next, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines, then we'll be back to go around the NHL here on the Bruins pregame show on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box.
You want to get the kids something different this year for the holidays, right? Well, no matter what you get them, you should power the toys with something that's definitely different. Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. They're unlike any other battery. So to make sure Christmas morning goes great, get only Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. Whoa, does that happen every time I say Duracell with power boost ingredient? Nice. Try it with me, Duracell with power boost ingredients. Yes.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before. While you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
The Patriots have now lost 6 straight games after their 40-7 loss to the Chargers today. Drake May did throw a touchdown pass to Demario Douglas. He did leave the game early on with a head injury, but did return. Pats play their season finale next weekend when they host Buffalo. Other NFL action, there is 2 other games going on. Right now, it's the Bengals over the Broncos just before halftime. Later on tonight, it'll be the Rams. They host the Cardinals. College football today, BC fell to Nebraska 20-15, and UConn defeated North Carolina at the Fenway Bowl. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit newenglandoilchange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. We'll go around the NHL next with Ryan and Bob on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The games play here.
Here's Nieto. He'll scramble in, feeds in the high slot. Carlson sent it out in front. Nieto a shot, and that tip denied by Omar, who scrambled left to right. Jones with a reset. Leans forward, takes the snap from Andrews. Drops back, stands in, throws it back shoulder. Myers catches the 45 near side. Tackled by Sherman. Boy, they're going to work against the former All-Pro.
You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Stay tuned for more.
Do you hear that? Didn't think so. That's the sound of your engine building up harmful deposits. And unfortunately, that starts the moment you drive it off the lot. But here's the good news. Valvoline has revolutionized a way to completely reverse them. Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect. It's the first and only motor oil that restores pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. That's right, 100%. Restoring your pistons to factory clean. New Restore and Protect from Valvoline.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
Welcome, I'm Phyllis. Whoa, been in your truck all day?
How'd you know?
Smells like you're wearing that perfume Diesel number 5. You need a truck that uses renewable natural gas. It's sustainable, affordable, and doesn't stink.
Clean energy, shifting carbon into reverse.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets coming up. We go around the NHL, and we start down in Florida, where the Montreal Canadiens started a rookie goaltender in his NHL debut and shut out the Florida Panthers 4-0.
Today, there's been some terrific efforts by a number of players, but this game belongs to 23-year-old rookie Jakub Dobeš in his first NHL start, a 33-shot shutout in a day he will never forget, and it's all over.
Oh, against a good team in the Florida Panthers as well. Reading him up on this game said that the Canadiens played a really strong game against Florida in this one. They didn't give him a lot. Dobeš played extremely well when he needed to. He played his college hockey at Ohio State. But Montreal now 6-4 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, teammate of Mason Lohrey's at Ohio State. Seattle Kraken come back for a 5-4 overtime win in Vancouver.
Myers this way out of the reach of Miller. Jailbreak. Vince Dunn all alone. The game's on his stick. He scores! Hey, what do you say? Vince Dunn and the Kraken win.
This game, unbelievable finish. Vancouver's got a 4-1 lead. Third period, less than 5 minutes to go. Jaden Schwartz scores his 10th of the year from Vince Dunn and Sprong. 18:48, Vince Dunn scores his 6th of the year. That was unassisted. 19:10, Jaden Schwartz scores again. That's his 11th of the year from Bjorkstrand. And then Vince Dunn wins it in overtime. So Dunn 3 points in the last, less than 5 minutes of the game. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and then the overtime, including the game winner. Just a great comeback. Vancouver Canucks playing this game without Hughes and Pettersson in there. Besser had a big night with 2 goals. Miller with a couple of assists in that one. Jake DeBrusk had a goal and an assist, but blowing a huge lead late in that game.
Out in Anaheim this afternoon, Flyers take a 3-1 win over the Ducks.
On the tape to Frost. Frost trying to make the move on Zellweger and does. Frost around behind, trying to make it. He scores!
In L.A., an overtime game winner for the Kings as they top the Oilers 4-3.
On the tape to Frost. Frost trying to make the move on Zellweger and does. Frost around behind, trying to make it. He scores!
Well, we heard that one twice. It was so good.
Yeah, Quentin Byfield ended up with the OT winner. Los Angeles Kings 4-3 winners over the LA Kings, or excuse me, Kings winners over the Edmonton Oilers. Quentin Byfield, his 7th and 8th of the season, including the OT winner. 2 goals and 3 points for him. Warren Fogle, a goal and 2 assists.
7 o'clock face-off up in Toronto, where the Capitals visit, and the chase for the all-time goal-scoring record back on. Alex Ovechkin returns to the lineup after missing 16 games.
I just want to come back and play hockey. Obviously, it was hard months, work out, knowledge the games, and you always want to help your teammates and your team to win. And it was kind of a hard time.
Yeah, a game's better when Ovechkin's playing, right? So good to see him back in there. Why not? Hockey Night in Canada up in Toronto. All of Canada will be watching that game. Matt Murray, by the way, getting the start for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's a great story, him getting back into the NHL after some of the issues as he's had with some of the injuries.
Yeah, we'll see Ovechkin and the Capitals on Tuesday afternoon when the Bruins visit Washington. That's our look around the NHL. We'll hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
David Pasternak plays here.
High slot now, McAvoy far side. Pasternak shoots, looking for the tip. It comes back to him. Fires. He scores! He's got another. Marchand, high slot, looks back door, swings it across, topping out Pasternak. Shoots. He scores! Marchand's got it right circle. Bergeron to Pasternak. Shoots. He scores!
This is the home of the Bees. 98.5 The Sports Hub. The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set to take on Columbus here back-to-back, just take us through your feelings there last night. I know it's a quick turnaround, but I know it's a weird situation going out there same day, everything else, and the game was still very manageable after the first period. But how did it get away a little bit in the second?
It got away from us because we lacked game management in the second period. We extended a shift on the power play. It's a 1-1 game. The power play didn't go that well. We got caught in our zone. They came out of the box. They had 2 or 3 chances. We had made a bad line change, and they go in on a breakaway. So that's really where it started for us, and that's where I felt that was kind of the turning point. Even though it was only 2-1, you're still in the game. But that was a big turning point, I felt, during the course of the game, and it kind of snowballed after that.
You know, your penalty killing did such a great job against the Capitals. Before the break, last night, a couple leaks. Is there anything you can kind of pinpoint against Columbus?
Well, we got extended a few times, especially after being on the ice for probably over a minute or so. And when you get caught on the ice that long, you really have to manage where you are on the ice and not getting pushed outside the dots. And it happened to us on both goals. We got extended, we get stretched out, and then obviously they find openings and cracks, and that's what they did. So we got to do a better job of recognizing when we're tired, when we've been out there a long time, to stay tight and not get extended outside the dots.
Fabian Lysell making his debut this season. You say he's going to play on the line with Frederick and Brazo. What is your message to him?
Just play your game. I think that's the biggest thing is, we expect him to play the game that he can, the same way he was playing in Providence. Nothing really changes. We want him to add some offense to our team if that's part of his DNA. He's a good player off the rush. He can create some plays off the rush, so that might help the other two through the neutral zone, getting into the offensive zone, and just be responsible away from the puck. Make sure you're aware of your assignments defensively. You have good details. Your board play is solid, and then when you have the puck, do your thing.
With Columbus, they put 2 big numbers up on you, and I realize you're a different team now than maybe you were the first time that you played them. But what have they done so well at 5-on-5 that maybe you guys can try to combat?
Well, last night, they only had, they have 2 or 3 5-on-5 goals, I think. 3. Yep. Yeah, they had 3. We have to show more desperation and more urgency in the defensive zone, especially against that top line. Like last night, that top line of Monahan and Marchenko and Voronkov, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Really good line, and they took advantage of some matchups against us last night, being on the road. So we're hoping to flip that switch here tonight and getting the lines that we want out there against them tonight to neutralize their effectiveness against us. They're big bodies, they can make plays, they have skill, they get to the net. There's a lot of good ingredients in that line, so we really have to be cognizant of that line. And Werenski, he's a difference maker back there. Like last night, I think he had 14 attempted shots last night on net. So He's active. He's in the play. If we don't get on top of him, if we don't make it hard for him, he plays 26, 27 minutes a night. We can't make it easy on him. We have to make it a hard game on him.
Last one for you, just from a mental standpoint. I mean, you guys got blown out in the game against Winnipeg. I think you lost the next one as well, but you reeled it in and finished that road trip strong. You know, how do you kind of reel it in, and where are you guys at mentally here today?
I think we're good today. We understand how we played last night, and we know when we're a good team how we play. And I think that we talked about that earlier. We've seen results against good hockey teams. We had a strong finish to the end of that road trip out in Western Canada. We played a good game against Washington, who's one of the better teams in the league. And we know when we're dialed into the details of our game and we're playing the right way, and everybody says playing the right way, but we have a certain, I guess, process of what we feel is the right way. And when we do that and when we stick with it, we're a good team. When we deviate from that, that's when we get in trouble.
Thanks, Joe. Good luck here today.
Okay.
That's Coach Joe Sacco. Bruins Blue Jackets are next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
WBC Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 Sports Hub. A Beasley Media Group station.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
3-day holiday break didn't come at the best time for the Bruins. Bruins will try to hustle some changes on, and they better go. Here's a floater into the attack zone for Fantilli. He scores. There's a drive by Fabro. Save made. Werenski at a back across, and they score. Sends it across. Marchenko fired in front. Voronkov scores. Korpisalo got the first one, but Voronkov able to knock in his own rebound. It's 5-1. The good news is they get to hit the reset button and do it all over again tonight at TD Garden. It's the rematch between the Bruins and Blue Jackets, and it's coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque. David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we are at TD Garden in Boston for the Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets for the second straight night. These teams get together. The Blue Jackets have won 2 games over the Bruins this year by a combined 11-3 score. Last night, 6-2. And as you talked with Joe Sacco, it sounds like once again they got to focus on the defensive side of things first if they're going to have success tonight.
Well, especially against this team, if you let them breathe and let them kind of freewheel like you did last night, then they're going to hurt you. It's just that's how good a team they are in terms of scoring. I know that they're flawed and they record-wise they're not exactly where they want to be, but they can score and they put up big numbers this season on the offensive side of the puck. So you've also got, it's interesting, you've got a goaltender starting here for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Daniel Tarasov. He has not played since December 5th, and that was 6 goals against the Edmonton Oilers. He's lost his last 4 starts. and it's been really spread out, the starts that he's had. So it's been a little while for him. See if the Bruins can try to exploit that a little bit here early. I also expect the Bruins to bring a more physical presence here in this game. And the challenge is probably laid out for them there to be able to do that here today.
Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off coming up from TD Garden here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort Chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog.
Milk Bone.
Hey, it's Maz. If you've been thinking about upgrading your heating and AC system, now is the time to do it and save with Rodenizer Home Services. In 2025, new EPA regulations for refrigerant will increase the cost of new systems. Rodenizer is now offering up to $550 off any new heating or AC system installed before the end of the year. With next-day installation, available rebates, and financing options, you'll save time and money. Call Rodenizer to schedule your free consultation on a new system or get an instant quote online now. Rodenizer Home Services, nice people, great service since 1928.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
Bruins coming in with a record of 19-14-4 through 37 games this year. The Columbus Blue Jackets got back to 500 with their win over Boston last night, 15-15-6. Before we drop the puck, let's get tonight's national anthem with Todd Angeli.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthem. We get set for the Bruins and the Blue Jackets. Take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Daniel Tarasov. On defense, the pairing of Denton Matejchuk and Ivan Provorov. And up front, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, and Matthew Olivier. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman going in goal. Parker Wotherspoon back in the lineup alongside Brandon Carlo, your defenseman. And up front, Cole Koepke, Mark Kasilik, Mark McLaughlin. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SportsHub to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first five contestant of the game is Ryan Drinan of South Weymouth, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Ryan will win a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the home black and gold will go from left to right here in period number one, and they'll get it deep right off the bat. Chasing in there is Cole Koepke into the far corner. Behind the net, Kastelik there as well. Koepke brings it toward the near side, dropped it back to Carlo for a drive, and that tips up and over the head of Tarasov. Spun back in behind the Blue Jackets net. It's Kastelik getting it back to Carlo with the right point. Swings it in deep. McLaughlin there for the Bruins. Got pushed past it. And it's taken by Ivan Provorov and played out into the neutral ice. A bouncing puck back into the Bruins zone. Carlo goes back behind Jeremy Swayman to get it. As the Bruins bring out Coyle, Lindholm, and Marchand. The puck gets deep into the attack zone. Marchand got a piece of it, but it came right onto the stick of Marchenko. And out into the neutral ice come the Blue Jackets. Werenski going to carry into the Boston zone. Centering pass came right through the top of the crease. Marchenko out of the near corner going toward the side of the net. Lifted it over Swayman and over the glass in the far corner.
Tried to go short side high right from almost at the goal line there. Tried to get Swayman kind of leaning off with that shoulder. And it was a good first shift. Fourth line out for the Bruins. Good first shift down in the offensive zone. Couple of hits. Kepke finished Provorov right at the tail end of that shift.
And Joe Sacco starting that fourth line to try to maybe get some early energy for his club. Marchenko with that shot. He had a 3-point night last night. He's got 6 points in his last 2 games. Face-off win here for Columbus. Werenski just outside the top of the face-off circle. Shot it into traffic in front. It came to Fabro, and he swings it deep for Van Riemsdyk. Off to the far side, out in front. Fantilli with a shot. Save made, and the rebound was there for Aston Reese as well. Fabro sweeps it back toward Van Riemsdyk. Comes out to the near circle, and Werenski's shot hit a body in front.
That hits the door up.
Centering pass. Werenski, a one-timer, and the save made by Swayman. As the Bruins getting back on their heels in the defensive zone here. McAvoy swings it in the middle and finds Geekie, who turns back toward his own net. Gives back to McAvoy and a long pass up the near side for Pasternak. Lifting into the Columbus zone. Glove down there by Jack Johnson. Gave away in the neutral ice to Pasternak. Reaching for it now is Brazo. He'll drop it back. Lorei to peek and up the near side. Trent Frederick got a piece of it, but Putia has it back for the Blue Jackets. Monahan chasing one toward the Boston line. One hands it across the line, but Lorei right there to clear it back out. And the Blue Jackets won't waste much time in getting back into the zone as Severson backhands around behind Swayman. Into the far corner, Monahan rubbed off the puck by Lorei. Brazo will bring up ice. He'll chip it down the left wing wall. Here's Fabian Lysell, his first shift in the National Hockey League. Lysell goes around behind the net. Brazo taking toward the far corner. Got it back to the point. Carlo with a shot, and that one saved by Tarasov. Trickled in behind him, and they score! Justin Brazo able to reach in and tip that across the goal line, and the Bruins with an early 1-0 lead.
There you go with Tarasov, right? That's a wrist shot from the point from Brandon Carlo. There's nobody in front. And he can't handle this. A good forecheck by Lysell in his first shift. They're going to rotate it from low to high. D to D, get the wrist shot in. And this goes off of his blocker. Then it kind of trickles through his body. And Brazo using his reach to just chip this puck home. I mean, it's a muffin in on Tarasov. I mean, it's just one that he just can't handle. It's right on his chest. And somehow it ends up behind him.
You mentioned Tarasov's struggles so far this year. He's seen, kind of spot duty backing up Merzlikins. And we got a fight right off the drop here. Kastelik is locked up with Olivier. He's a tough customer. Near circle down to our right. They're still wrestling, trying to get an arm free as they come toward the hash marks on the inside of the circle. Kastelik's got the right free. Throws one over the top. They twist around. Olivier throws a right. Now Kastelik pulls him a little closer. Lands a couple to the side of the head. And they spin around again. Back into wrestling, and Kastelik will go down, but...
Good bout between two tough guys right there. I thought it might happen first shift. Probably said let's get a shift in because they started the game against one another. Didn't know if it was going to be Kastelik or somebody else, but waiting for it to happen.
Right off the drop of the puck, they took the face off against each other.
They talked
and then
about
squared
it.
Off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was squared off. Did it the right way.
Yep. So
and good. I mean, two strong guys right there.
Yeah. So some good energy in the building here. Just 2.5 minutes in. Bruins up a goal. And Kastelik and Olivier will serve their 5-minute fighting majors. Started to say the struggles of Tarasov in goal. 9 appearances this year. He's 3-5-1 with a 4.26 goals against, and the save percentage is only .857. As Marchand plays it in the Boston zone, sends it across ice, and McAvoy skates it out toward the blue line, directs a pass ahead, tipped ahead by Lindholm, but the Blue Jackets deny an entry. Back into the Bruins zone it comes. Voronkov riding McAvoy in behind the net. McAvoy able to reach in with the stick and get that puck, but gave it away now to Marchenko. Off the near boards, Werenski, a shot, save made by Swayman. Rebound was loose. Swayman able to gather it back in and cover it up with the blocker against the near side post.
So 4 starts for Tarasov since November 2nd. On November 2nd, he played Washington, allowed 7 goals against. Anaheim on November 10th, 3 goals against. Also a loss. Montreal on the 16th, 5 goals against. And then December 3rd against Edmonton, 6 goals against. Those are his last 4 starts.
Yeah, earlier in the week when Elvis Merzlikins was out day-to-day on Monday, they called up Jet Greaves from their AHL affiliate, who has seen as much or more time at the NHL level than Tarasov, getting starts this year. As Lohrei comes out of the near corner, he'll play it up the right wing side, and Pasternak getting to the Columbus zone, but lost it right there, lifted up and out off the near glass by Aston Reese. Lohrei skating back to get it here for the Bruins. We got 16:15 to go in the first. Bruins out to a 1-0 lead. Provorov spins it off into the far corner. Jake Christensen will play it up the far wall. Van Riemsdyk keeps it moving forward here for Columbus. They'll change behind the play, but Aston Reese in on the forecheck. Battling with Peak, who got it along to Lohrei, but can't get it out. Severson threw it in front, and Aston Reese directed one towards Swayman. Peak lobs it out into the neutral ice. Severson will control the bouncing puck for the Blue Jackets. John Corrali chips it off the far boards, not into the Bruins zone. Wotherspoon denied that. Back into the Columbus end, and Christensen chased by Frederick as he spins it around the near boards. Out to the blue line, and Brazo sent it back toward Tarasov. Off to the far wall. Marcel dropping it back to the point for Wotherspoon. Got through him, and he'll have to come back into the Bruins zone to get it. On the right side, the pass comes to Brazo. He sends a bouncer in just wide of Tarasov. Wotherspoon forechecking hard into the far corner, but the Blue Jackets will clear it out. Werenski lost it to Lindholm just outside the blue line. Elias sends it back deep.
Yeah, Coyle had taken a stick. He wasn't out of the zone yet, so they had to dump that puck in.
Blue Jackets come back through neutral. Werenski left side here for Monahan. Centering pass was tipped and comes back out to the blue line where it's grabbed by Lindholm. Lindholm coming ahead across the blue line and fans on a pass. He was looking across the ice. Had both Marchand and Zadorov with him in that rush.
Zadorov was the guy. Marchand was the decoy. He was going to the net, but the lane was wide open from the right side over to the left for Zadorov. He just fanned on the pass.
Zadorov now going to carry out of the Bruins zone. Gets to the center circle. Turns over off of Van Riemsdyk's skate. It comes to Fantilli, and he'll sweep it around behind the Bruins net. Off to the far side. Zacha, long pass ahead, trying to spring Pasternak, but it was cut off by Matejchuk. Pasternak now in the Columbus zone with the puck on his stick. Matejchuk able to win that back. Provorov moved it around the near boards and gets out of the zone. Lohrei skating back to get it with Aston Reese chasing him behind the Bruins net. Coming up on 6 minutes gone in this first period. Bruins up a goal. Geekie got it to a cutting Peak. Oh, they're going to whistle that offside. Right at the Columbus blue line.
I thought the one before was offside. I thought that one was on.
Not sure if they got Peak or Pasternak. It was coming down the middle there, but either way. So the Bruins.
So it's the physicality. It's great to have Kaselic step up the way he did and fight a tough. Two honest, kind of tough guys, right? But it's about more than that. You got to want to get in on the forecheck, and I've seen it here on the first couple of shifts, at least to start this game, where the Bruins have been much more effective at getting in on the forecheck, using their speed to get in there and cause some problems for the defense, make it uncomfortable for Columbus.
Yeah, far more assertive than we saw in that game last night.
We're only 6 minutes in, but
puck angles in from the center zone onto Tarasov, who drops it around behind the net. Sillinger going to bring it up toward the red line. Didn't gain the red line. Lifts it in, but Swayman's going to have to come out and play it as Pudio was in deep on the forecheck. Sillinger, shot block, kicks on out into the neutral zone. Frederick picks it up down the right wing side. He comes from the top of the face-off circle. Sends it across to the far side for Lysell. Back into the middle looking for Koepke. Knocked away. And it'll be Kent Johnson to bring it back into the neutral zone. And he sends into the Bruins end as the Blue Jackets change it up. McAvoy leads the Bruins out of their own zone. Zadorov will dump it in from the red line. Lysell down into the right wing corner. On the near wall, taken away by Marchenko and cleared. McAvoy from the red line. Sends back in wide of Tarasov. Left behind the net here for Werenski. Werenski a 4-point night last night in Columbus as it gets dumped in by Dante Fabro. Swayman tried to shoot it around the far boards, gave it away, and a great chance along the near side post. It hit the outside of the net. Was that Monahan who got that?
Yeah, Monahan. We'd like to have that one back. Put it right off the side of the net. He had an open net.
Play whistle down here. And with 12:31 to go here in the first period, we'll take our first break. Bruins out to a 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
We've got another winner in our New England Ford First Five contest, as Ryan Drynan of South Weymouth has won a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. That's because Justin Brazo scored his 8th of the year from Brandon Carlo and Mason Lohrei at 2:29 of this first period. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. We've got 12:31 left here in the first. Face-off just outside the Boston blue line. Won by Pavel Zacha, played toward the near boards and into the Columbus zone, but Werenski right there. Sends across ice to Fabro. Up the right side, Aston Reese kept it moving forward. Wotherspoon trying to shoot it out of the Bruins zone. It hit the linesman, stayed in the zone, and Aston Reese moves it toward Van Riemsdyk. Puck bounced away from Fabro back at the blue line and out into the neutral ice. Wotherspoon trying to deny an entry, but picked up by Aston Reese. Gets it along the near boards and sweeps around behind the net. Wotherspoon into the far corner. Gets it toward the blue line and chopped out of there by Pasternak. Parker Wotherspoon back into the lineup for the first time in a while. He's sat out 11 of the last 12. Osterley is the scratch tonight defensively as the puck gets deep into the Columbus zone. Werenski will deal it around the far side. Picked off by Brazo just inside the blue line. Lohrei pokes it along. Here's Fabian Lysell. Called up from Providence today for his debut. Brazo got it around behind the net. Frederick in the near corner. Gives to Lysell going behind the net. Takes a hit from Matejchuk. Matejchuk playing in just his 3rd NHL game. Made his debut earlier this week. Lysell at the back of the net. Matejchuk able to win the puck from him off the far boards. And Aston Reese will get it just out across the blue line. Corrali harassed by Frederick, who pushed it back into the Columbus zone. Puck will come back toward the blue line, and Lohrei there to keep in. Then he goes down, and Cole Sillinger will bring ahead. 3-on-2 here for the Blue Jackets. Sillinger down the left wing circle. Fired one across. And unable to stop it was Kent Johnson. He's got it on his stick now from the far boards. A long shot blocked by Peak in front. And Charlie Coyle takes that loose puck and pivots up ice. 10:40 left here with the first. Puck dumped into the Columbus zone. Right to Severson off of Karam. He settles in behind his netminder Tarasov. Turnover in the neutral ice as Marchand gives to Elias Lindholm. Right circle shot rising up over Tarasov off the back glass.
Got a lot on that shot, right? He had to go from a standstill when he got it, over the blue line. Got a lot on that from just about the top of the circle.
Fedorov on the far boards will get it out into the neutral zone of the dumped right back in by Severson. McAvoy comes in front of Jeremy Swayman. He's faced 4 shots so far. 3 down the other end for the Bruins, who have the lone goal. Puck volleyed over the head of Aston Reese.
Yeah, 2 of them came in the same sequence, though, right? The shot from Carlo, and then I guess the second shot would be chipping it into the empty net.
Fantilli turning with it at the Columbus blue line. Comes across ice with it and sends it over Aston Reese's head and in across the line. But that one whistled for an offside with 9:36 to go here in the first. As Olivier and Kastelik will be released from the penalty boxes. Excuse me, that was an icing they called against the Blue Jackets, not an offside. So we'll keep it here. Kastelik and Olivier getting some stick taps as they make their way back over across the ice. 2 of them dropping the gloves just about 2.5 minutes into this one. So face off to the right of Tarasov. Off the draw, puck pulled toward the boards. Aston Reese takes a tumble, courtesy of Geekie. Wrapped around the near side, got through McAvoy. It'll be Pasternak going back to retrieve for the Bruins in their own zone. Pasta turns up ice. Coming out of his own zone, got bumped off his stride by Sillinger. Geekie sends it in. And it's taken back behind the net. Up the left side, the pass comes for Olivier. Couldn't get it, and that's another Columbus icing.
Yeah, that one was there. So, see if you can take advantage of some of these, right? This is the difference between home and away. Joe Sacco talked about getting favorable matchups that Columbus was able to get, whether it was off of an icing call or an extended shift where you can't get off the ice. You're forced into making a bad line change. See if you can take advantage of this on some of these icings.
Kastelik.
But you also want to get Kastelik back out there, right?
Right. Yeah,
does his
he
job.
He had to sit for 7 minutes or so, right?
Yep.
As McLaughlin will play it around the far side. Lori.
And it's a reward, too. It's not just because you sat for that long. You get him right back out there.
Werenski played up the far side. Olivier tried to tap it free near the red line. McLaughlin and Kastelik. But comes popping back toward Lori. He'll send it up the right side now for Kepke. Kepke plays it around Matejchuk. Fabro right there, and he shoots it around the boards, and that's going to go all the way for another icing.
A little surprised. I mean, they come back now with the Frederick line. Thought they might come back with maybe I know that they had the one goal, but maybe a more offensive line in that situation. But this is against Fantilli, young centerman.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of would have expected maybe to see Lindholm and Marchand come out for this one. Puck volleyed back through neutral ice here.
Well, either that or Zaka's line, but either way, yeah.
Matejchuk will play it around behind the net and shot out into neutral ice. Wotherspoon there at the red line, wins it back on the near boards. Brazo.
Or even come out with a line, with Lindholm, Marchand, Pasternak.
Right.
I mean, we're going back to, it was automatic when you had Bergeron on your team. As soon as there was an icing, his line was hopping over the boards.
Puck gets dumped in here on Swayman. He has to shovel it aside. Didn't know what to do with it.
Interesting puck plays here.
Yeah. Bruins clear it out. I just went with Lindholm because he's been so good on faceoffs lately. He's winning almost everything.
I agree, but...
Yeah. Puck comes onto the stick of Jack Johnson.
You get to choose what side of the ice you want the face-up on after an icing, so that's a big advantage. And then
McAvoy gets around Marchenko, got it to Coyle down the right side. He comes, save Tarasov. Marchand goes crashing into the crease. They scramble for loose possession. Lindholm got a stick on it. Now Zadorov with a shot, and that somehow doesn't go as Tarasov was laying on the ice. We've got a penalty coming up against Columbus in all of this.
That's because Marchand went flying into Tarasov, but I think he had help from one of the Blue Jacket players, so that's where the penalty's going to occur. I don't know how this puck stays out. 2 or 3 whacks at it with Tarasov down and out.
So the Bruins will get a power play when we come back. 7:10 to go here in the first, and they lead it 1-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins will get the first power play of the game after a flurry down at the Columbus end that somehow didn't wind up in a goal here.
And I still can't tell whether it was Voronkov or Tarasov that stopped Zadorov. But big rebound on the initial shot. And the penalty occurs with Marchand going to the net, and Voronkov took him down into Tarasov, and pile-up ensued.
And Voronkov called for hooking. Bruins trying to keep the puck in the zone, and not. They've got Brazo, Geeky, Pasternak, Zacha, and Lorai as this 5-man unit here. As Zacha gets it into the far corner. Wrapped back toward him. He backhanded one toward the face-off dot, picked off by Provorov, and he clears it.
So last night they started Pasternak on the second unit, and that's the one he was on for the full 2 minutes, plus another minute after that. That led to that line change with the 4 guys going off. So curious whether it's just going to be a one-for-one swap between him and Lysell, or Pasternak's going to stay out.
Well, Zacha on this unit as well.
Yeah, Pasternak's going off right now, so Lysell's going to play with the Marchand unit.
Interesting.
I believe.
That's what it looks like. Coyle, Lindholm, Lysell, Marchand, and McAvoy. Lysell gets it across the blue line. Lindholm sends it around the far side. Marchand will send it back around toward the near side. Lindholm's got it off the wall. Standing along the hash mark, steals center blue line to McAvoy. Plays catch with Coyle on the far side. Back to Lindholm. Down low to Marchand. Turnaround shot from just above the goal line.
Tried to go short side high there.
Here's McAvoy with a one-timer off a feed from Lindholm, and Tarasov sliding to his right makes the save. No rebound.
Yeah, there's nobody that was able to rotate back to the front of the net. I'd love to see McAvoy take a little page out of Werenski's book, and you know, the shot attempts last night, you know, all the puck control that they had in that offensive zone. It'll back teams off, or at least make them to respect that shot from the middle of the ice from the blue line, and might open something else up.
What was the number 14 at shot attempts from Werenski last night? Here's a drive by McAvoy, and that one goes up off the glass.
I'm going to double check right now. I think Joe Sacco told us that before the game.
Pushed out into the neutral zone. McAvoy and Lysell come back to get it. McAvoy's got it from his own blue line. Bruins moving left to right. McAvoy able to carry it to the Columbus zone before it was knocked off his stick. Marchand controls in the neutral ice now with it 17 to go in the power play. Coyle forced back toward the red line. McAvoy winds and fires one around the glass. Tarasov couldn't slow it up behind the net. Olivier pressured by Coyle. Lindholm got it, tried to get it out in front, but that was blocked. Coyle's got it back in the left wing corner. Coyle turning onto his forehand, sends it back to Andrew Peak just inside the blue line. Takes a shot, hit a body in front. Tarasov covers it at the far side of the crease.
Tarasov tried to settle in now. You know, there's been a couple rebounds, there's been a couple fires to put out, but a couple nice saves on that power play.
So the Bruins come up empty on the man advantage, but lead it 1-0. 5:04 to go here in the first on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Hey, it's Mads. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
5:04 left here in the first. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Justin Brazo's goal, assisted by Brandon Carlo, Mason Lorai. Delivery of the game delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Face off in the Columbus zone. Blue Jackets able to win that. Werenski played it off the far side out to the blue line, but not out. It is Marchand at the blue line, forced out just across the line and sent it back in on a delayed offside. Fabro will work it back through neutral ice and dump it around behind Jeremy Swayman. McAvoy volleys one through neutral ice. Here's Marchand tipping it for Lindholm. Gets taken down by Fabro, and the puck slides in wide of the Columbus net.
Right idea. They just couldn't quite get to that puck as Lindholm was taken down by Fabro.
Crowd looking for a penalty, won't get one. McAvoy dumps in from the red line. Pasternak takes it off the far boards, got it behind the net to Zacha. Wheels off toward that far side hash marks. Got it back to Wotherspoon at the point. Now in behind the net it comes to Pasternak. Pasternak against Fabro. Zacha from behind the net trying to get it in front. Instead now Pasternak's got it left circle, a shot, and the save by Tarasov hangs on.
Just to go back on the, the change. The power play struggled. We all know that. The second unit's been better than the first unit.
Yeah.
And the personnel has generally been the same on both units. Certainly the top unit, right? But so there's a little wrinkle here today, right? Start the second unit, put Pasternak on that second unit, see how that works out, because Fed are rotating over in the left wing circle. Wallstrom's played their last couple games or whatever. So taking a couple different looks as the Blue Jackets get called for another icing call here. And see if you can spark something. Then you put Lysell with, some guys that have been together all year, and he hasn't any practice time with them. Just got called up. There was no practice today,
right.
So they also spark a little change with personnel, not only with what you're trying to accomplish, but the personnel as well.
They flip-flop Zacha and Coyle on those two units as well. That's the centering pass here. Zacha in front, held off of that puck. Near side circle, Geeky pivots back down toward the corner. Zacha against Provorov, who gets body position on him. And Sillinger played into the middle.
I guess point being is you can't keep going with the same unit time
When it's
after
not
time
working,
after time
right?
because but they have though.
Yeah.
You're waiting for, okay, when will that change be made? And try something a little fresh.
Well, when you talked Joe Sacco earlier, he said, they were gonna try Lysell on the power play tonight. Didn't give us an idea of exactly how much and where, but
yep,
give the kid the opportunity. The face-off in the offensive zone here with 3:36 to go in the first. Kastelik to take that draw. Columbus will control it off the near glass and out of play into the third row. Face-off will stay in the Columbus zone.
One way to get a line change for the Blue Jackets if they want one.
And they will take advantage of that. After this back-to-back, Bruins will have a couple of days off and go on a 3-game road trip starting on Tuesday. That is a 12:30 face-off against the Washington Capitals on New Year's Eve day. And on to New York for a matchup against the Rangers, and we'll be in Toronto next Saturday night. Puck volleyed through neutral ice. It'll be settled down just inside the Boston zone by Voronkov, but then taken away. And Marchand comes back on the right side and went through Christensen, but was angled away from the puck and then knocked down in the near corner, slow to get up. Marchand. Marchenko onto the near side, Monahan, and he'll play it around behind the Bruins net. Zadorov skates to it in the far corner. He tried to hit Marchand and back in the neutral zone, and now Marchand, meanwhile, is going after Marchenko as the Bruins get whistled for an icing, and everyone's going to gather in here over by the Columbus bench. Marchand upset about that hit he took in the corner.
Now he's going to give the referee an earful.
That really getting after Pierre Lambert. More words with Marchenko, with the linesman standing between them. Marchand's really hot here.
Well, Marchand's in an awkward position along the wall, and it looks very close to being elbow to the chin. His arm wasn't up, but it looked like he caught him up on the chin.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't like he didn't throw it up, but that's where it caught him. It caught him on the head.
I'll file that one away for later. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Off the face-off, Werenski a drive, and Swayman makes the save. Puck cleared off the far board.
He's done that right off the face-off win.
Circling back to get it is Fabro. Van Riemsdyk gets it back into the Bruins zone. Lohrei into the near corner. Digging it along the wall. Kastelik, Pete, Lohrei, all there for the Bruins. Fantilli sends it around the boards to Fabro waiting at the right point. Back in deep it comes. Past Van Riemsdyk onto the near side. Aston Reese back behind the net. Van Riemsdyk will play it around the boards, and Fabro under pressure by McLaughlin. And McLaughlin able to win that puck and get it out of the zone. Back to Fantilli, and back in come the Blue Jackets. Down the left wing circle. Wide angle shot. Save Swayman. Rebound. Couldn't find it. Came through the crease, but off into the far corner.
That's why you put that shot on the pads right there. You're looking for that loose puck in front, and they got it that time.
And Riemsdyk knocked down in the corner by Lohrei and Kastelik. Koepke will bring the puck up toward the red line and then has to turn back and gave it over to the Blue Jackets. Bruins changing, and here's a chance for Corrali as he fires a shot just wide of Swayman. Corrali wide open coming down the left side.
Joe Sacco not too happy with that change. You can't have all 5 guys change at once.
They paid the penalty for a bad change last night in Columbus. Off the near boards. Lysell will chip it up the right side. Pudia knocked that down. Carlo will pass it up the middle here for Brazo, and he gets it into the Columbus zone.
If you get the puck all the way down, that's one thing. But when it's stopped just inside the blue line, Columbus's blue line, you can't have all 5 guys go to the bench.
Yeah, they're going to come back at you too quickly. Swayman plays the puck out from behind the net with his backhand. Provorov spun it back in behind. Geekie in the far corner. Pivots away from Kent Johnson. Wotherspoon poking it along the boards, and Carlo takes a hit from Olivier, but gets the puck out. Pasternak coming through neutral ice. Olivier gaining on him and able to run him off the puck. Johnson will bring back into the Bruins zone, but then he lost it, and Zadorov pivoting back away from Sillinger and goes back toward the far side now. Gives to McAvoy over there. 43 to go in the period. Pasternak swats a McAvoy pass deep. Tarasov played it around the glass, knocked off the wall by Geekie. Zaka now in the right wing corner. Trying to get it back to McAvoy at the point. Threw it toward the net, picked off by Werenski. Olivier will send it off the left side here for Sillinger. Down the left circle, drops it off for Werenski. From the near corner, McAvoy cut one off, headed toward the net. 15 to go in the period. An outlet pass comes to Pasternak down the right wing side. Took the long shot. Tarasov kicked a juicy rebound in front. But the Bruins couldn't take advantage. 5 to go in the period. As the puck comes into the neutral zone, it'll be lobbed in deep here by Marchenko. And that'll do it for period number 1 as Andrew Peeke grabs a hold of Marchenko. Peeke, the former Blue Jacket, getting in his face. Brad Marchand is right there as well. He and Marchenko just had that little dust up a few minutes ago. But the officials will make sure everyone separates and heads to their respective locker rooms. So Justin Brazeau with the lone goal of the game so far at 2:29 of the first period. Bruins have a 1-0 lead after 1. And we'll be back with more from TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Mads. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Bruins have a 1-0 lead over Columbus after one period here at TD Garden. And as part of our first intermission, it's time to look back at some of the week's top plays from around the NHL, featuring Patrick Laine making history with his 8th power play goal of the season. Buffalo Sabres finally cracked back into the win column, and a whole lot more as teams hit the holiday break. Here are your NHL plays of the week.
Suzuki behind the net, off to Caulfield. Up high, Hudson over to line A. Habs get it set up here, 40 seconds left of the power play. Caulfield to Hudson. Line A, one-timer scores! Broken stick in front. Off to Patrick Laine, one-timer. And another power play goal puts the Habs up 4-3.
Barkov, half-minute to go in overtime. Reinhart up the right side, has it along the boards. Reinhart down to the corner to Barkov here on the near side. Up top, Ekblad. Straight on the line, right circle, Barkov. Barkov takes a look, thinks about a shot, lets it go, he scores! Alexander Barkov, the game winner in overtime. The Panthers take it 2-1. A game-winning power play goal for the captain.
Stamkos almost lost it, gets it back. Forsberg to the net, couldn't hang on. Swift to the side, now 2-0 down low. Forsberg tied up, shoots! Save it, rebound, score! Yes, sir! Nick Blankenburg wins it!
Celebrating, lost the handle, and here comes Edmonton the other way. Draisaitl and McDavid. Draisaitl looking for victory. Over to Bouchard, he's going to back off. McDavid again celebrating, dishing off. Draisaitl scores! All it took was 18 seconds. Draisaitl's 17th career. And Edmonton 3, San Jose 2 in overtime.
Over to line A. Back to Caulfield. Now far side, Suzuki. Up top. Hudson over to line A. Out in front, they score! And Slavkovsky was on the doorstep, but it looks like this might be Line A's goal. Another power play marker. And it's 3-1 Canadiens.
Off the face-off. Here's Stützle with it, taps it back to Sanderson. Ahead to Stützle. Pinto goes off the ice after winning the face-off and coming out. Here's Sanderson cutting in, scores! Sanderson wins it in overtime. My goodness, Dean.
Open net, Parker Kelly. Kimmy Ronta. Can he get the hat trick? You bet he can! Throw the chapeau! This time he's on the right side of the hat trick. He has one previously. It's one we will never talk about because it came against the Avalanche. This one is with the Avalanche. Yoel Kiviranta is the star of the night. And a lot of people are going to be asking for new hats for Christmas. It's the first regular season hat trick in the career of Yoel Kiviranta. 92 seconds to go in the third. And it's about to be a Merry Christmas. 5-2 Avalanche.
25 seconds remaining in this game. There's Scheifele with a loose puck, barging toward the net, pulling his way toward the goal, shoots and scores! That should do it this afternoon. Mark Scheifele with his second hat trick of the year, and it's 5-2 Winnipeg with 21 seconds left in the third period.
The Blues clear the puck down as Detroit's pulled their goaltender. Holloway moving in. Hat trick. If you've got a hat, chuck it at your radio. Dylan Holloway sped to the open net, tucks it in. And the Blues get their first hat trick of the season. Holloway's first career hat trick. And a 4-0 St. Louis Blues lead. 4:06 to go, third period.
Now back across come the Devils. Here's Brett with it. Devils with the power play goal here in the second. Another chance, they score! It's Jack Hughes. That's number 2 of the day. Does he like to play against this team or what?
Uyghur out in front, and Coleman tried to get it to him. Blade was on the ice.
Beat it for the line, shoots, tipped in front. Coleman scores. He got a piece, and the run is on.
Cousins makes a nice turn for Quinn, scores! Oh, what a shot that was! Merry Christmas, Jack Quinn! Puck comes outside the line. Islander fans voicing their displeasures. In Buffalo, who cares? 7-1, Sabres win it on Long Island. Going into the Christmas break. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Buffalo Sabres finally snapping that 13-game losing streak before the holiday break. They then went on to beat Chicago yesterday. It's 2 wins in a row. Time to break up the Sabres. 1-0 Bruins have the lead over Columbus after 1. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
I was struggling for the past year and a half, 2 years with trying to lose weight.
I just can't get rid of the stubborn weight in my legs and in my belly.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
There's nothing more frustrating than knowing that you're eating well, but it's not working.
Hormone imbalances were preventing these women from losing weight. Now there's a comprehensive plan to help.
With Belvital, I just noticed changes immediately. That stubborn scale finally moved. In this first week, I lost 5 pounds.
Just after 1 week, I'm down 6 pounds and all of my bloating is gone.
I just finished the Belvital program. I have lost 15 pounds and I have never felt better.
I've noticed inches just shed every week that I go through.
I've lost 13 pounds and 16 inches from all around my body.
I feel like an entirely different person.
I don't know if I've ever felt this good. Get hormone health for women at Belvital.com. This will change everything.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins have a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jackets as our first intermission continues here from TD Garden. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard around the NHL from earlier today. The Montreal Canadiens shut out the Florida Panthers 4-0 with rookie Jakub Dobiš in goal, making his NHL debut, a 34-save shutout against the defending Stanley Cup champs. Seattle Kraken came from 3 goals down late in the third period to tie the game and then won it in overtime 5-4 over Vancouver this afternoon. Philadelphia Flyers took a 3-1 victory over the Anaheim Ducks. In overtime in Los Angeles, it was the Kings 4-3 winners over the Edmonton Oilers. Games in progress late in the first period. It is the Capitals with a 2-1 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're at the end of one down in Tampa, and the Lightning have a 2-1 lead over the New York Rangers. Devils and Hurricanes playing for the second night in a row. That game is scoreless at the end of one. The Ottawa Senators have a 1-0 lead over Winnipeg after one. They're underway on Long Island. Islanders and Penguins scoreless in the early going. And there's one game coming up tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. That's the Calgary Flames visiting the San Jose Sharks. It's the Bruins 1, Columbus nothing after one. We'll be back with the second period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty?
Rough or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, whoa! The holidays aren't over. Celebrate big savings at Blinds.com's biggest year-end blowout. They invented a better way to buy custom window treatments 100% online with upfront pricing, no showroom markups, or misleading quotes from pushy salespeople.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Hurry to Blinds.com's biggest year-end blowout. Save up to 45% on select styles, plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, the Sports Hub, an easily media group station.
Bruins have a 1-0 lead after one period of play over the Columbus Blue Jackets. We're joined downstairs by defenseman Mason Lohrei, who picked up an assist on Justin Brazeau's first period goal. Mason, tell us about what the talk was in the locker room prior to this one, coming off of the loss in Columbus last night.
Just mainly, getting to our game, playing to our identity, right from the puck drop. So that's playing north and playing direct and getting pucks in behind, and then kind of sat there on the goal. It's a good low to high, and then we get a puck to the net and go to work in the dirty area. So,
is there anything in particular that Columbus does offensively that makes them difficult to play against?
They bring a lot of speed to the neutral zone, and they like to play with the puck on their stick and hold on to it. So they funnel a lot to the net. So we got to own middle ice and be good in our slot.
We saw the fight with Kastelik and Olivier. We saw Marshy get into it a few times in that first period with Marchenko. How's the temperature down there?
Yeah, I mean, second end of a back-to-back, and we definitely owe them one after last night. So, we're playing with some fire, and keep it going here in the second.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks to Mason Lohrei for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. They owe them one from last night. See if that temperature continues to rise here in the second period with the Bruins up 1-0.
Well, some of it will depend on, Marchenko and how bad they felt after they go and they take a look at it. But, I think with Kastelik and Olivier kind of doing it, that kind of moves it in the right direction. And then it's about playing. It's not about chasing guys around. It's about playing the game. It's about forechecking. It's about finishing the hits. It's about making them uncomfortable in their own zone. It's not. There wasn't a ton of bad blood yesterday. They owe them one because they beat them.
Right.
But they want to be a more physical team, and they want to make them, make a guy like Werenski have to work a little bit harder than he did last night.
Well, we said it at the outset. We wanted to, you wanted to see a response from the Bruins after, a bad loss last night in Columbus. And first 20 minutes, I think we saw that as the Bruins get whistled for an early icing here to start the second period.
Well, they played with a little bit more purpose in that first period. They had more jump than they did all game yesterday, I thought. Columbus still had their opportunities. They had a couple good ones there in tight earlier in the first period, and then they had the one by Monahan where it was a misplay and he had that backhand chance. Put it off the side of the net.
Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman, won by Kastelik. Wotherspoon brings it around behind the net. Koepke didn't get much on a clearing effort, but does get it out of his zone. Kastelik moves it forward, and Koepke will chase it in deep. Matejchuk goes out from behind the Columbus net toward the far side. Kent Johnson lobs it into neutral ice. Glove down there by McLaughlin. Got it back to the Columbus blue line. Kastelik gives back to McLaughlin along the near side boards. Backhands one to Kastelik. Had to knock it down and does along the near side hash marks. He's
needs some help over there.
Pushed against the wall by Matejchuk. Now Wotherspoon at the blue line got pushed back, and the Blue Jackets will move forward here. Sillinger takes a shot around Carlo. It's gloved by Swayman. Hangs on to it.
Kastelik he's trying to protect that puck, which is fine. Okay, you don't have to come and get right up next to him, but you got to give him a little support. Coming a little bit closer where he can try to pry that puck free for you.
54 seconds into this second period. Another face-off in the defensive zone. Elias Lindholm will take this one against Monahan. Monahan a pair of goals last night. As Fabro from the near side point whistles one wide of Swayman. McAvoy chips it out into the neutral zone. Monahan going to send it right back in toward the blue line. Zadorov was there but got bumped off it by Voronkov. Stays with the play. Marchand backhands into the middle here, and Coyle will go toward the far right wing side. Bruins going from right to left in this period.
Delayed offside if they...
Yeah, Marchand had to back off as he went in on the forecheck. Blue Jackets clear it out. Monahan directs it in behind Swayman. McAvoy back there to get it. Bringing toward the near side. Fires one up the right side. Here's Pasternak stepping into a drive from the top of the circle wide of Tarasov, and ricochets all the way back down to Bruins territory.
Big difference when you go hard tape to tape. Get the open ice and you're able to get that shot away. That pass is in his skates. You got to pick it out of his skates. And just miss the net to that blocker side from the right wing.
Peak sends a pass across the ice, overshot Pasternak, and that kills the rush right there. Lohrei drops it back. Peak's pass off of Pasternak's stick, turned over near the Columbus blue line. Van Riemsdyk is played near the red line. Here's Pasternak down the left wing side. Backhanded one in front. Blocked there by Christensen. Lohrei kept in at the near point. To Pasternak at the bottom of the circle. To the back of the net. Run off it by Severson, whose helmet pops off. And he'll go and retrieve it as the Blue Jackets will move it up through neutral ice. Aston Reese tried to lift it into the Bruins zone. That was knocked down. Here's Geekie back the other way, and his shot rising over Tarasov and off the back glass. Fabian Lysell picks one off of the neutral ice, but lost it coming back into the zone by himself. Marchenko brings the Blue Jackets ahead, and long shot straight on. Swayman stick that off to the far boards. Brazo, top of the circle now, Pudia, and his shot gets smothered and forced out by Brazo. Lysell digging for a puck along the near side boards against Matejchuk. Pudia to the left side for Marchenko. Deep it comes. Swayman played it toward the near corner. Got around Wotherspoon. And it comes out of the zone. Provorov there for Columbus. Pudia will play it back down that left wing side. Olivier beaten to the punch by Wotherspoon. Outlet pass comes to Lysell, and he'll come through neutral ice. Dumps it in from just inside the red line, heads off on a change. 3.5 minutes into this second period. Kastelik goes in for a hit on Provorov. But the Blue Jackets moving ahead. Johnson angles one wide of the net. Carlo reversed it back around the near side. Zadorov got it to the blue line, but not out. Fabro sends a bouncer in wide of Swayman. On the back of the net, Carlo able to get to that puck and had it taken off his stick, and Fabro from the right point keeps it alive for Columbus. Johnson pivoting toward the near corner. Zadorov had it briefly, but then he lost it. Sillinger took a bump from Kastelik behind the net. Johnson got it back to the far circle for Werenski, but McLaughlin able to get a stick in there. Puck will come back along the end board. Zadorov with some space. In the near circle, he'll play it up the middle for Kastelik near his own blue line. And then he turns it over. Marchenko walks right in and shoots it over the net.
Yeah, this line's exhausted right now. And the deep air.
Werenski at the blue line. Take the shot, goes around McLaughlin, centers, and came all the way into the near corner. Kicks back to Fabro with the right point. Werenski down the wall near side. Centering pass, hit a body in front. Swayman gets over to hold the far post. It'll come back to Fabro now with the blue line. Monahan, top of the right circle. In front for Werenski as Voronkov had him there but couldn't connect. Monahan out of the blue line. Over to Fabro for a one-timer blocked by Carlo. 5 minutes into the period and a long shift here. A low shot blocked coming through. Voronkov got it back over to Werenski and a one-timer that goes up over Swayman's head. Fabro at the far side of the blue line. Still keeps it in. Around the boards it comes to Werenski along the hash marks near side. Down low to Monahan. Trying to get it back to Werenski, tipped by Kastelik. It'll come back toward the corner. Voronkov looking to center. Zadorov got a stick on that. Kepke will angle one off the far boards into the Columbus zone. Won't go for icing because it comes in on goal. And the Bruins are able to get a change.
That was well angled by Kepke right there. Off the wall, right in on net.
And
he found some speed to get up there on the play as well.
Here's Elias Lindholm with some speed coming across the line. Drops it off for Coyle. Right wing circle in front. Marchand a chance at the rebound as it came off of Tarasov's stick.
Long shift for that fourth line alongside Zadorov and Carlo, who are out there. Unfortunate for Kastelik, he turned one over to Marchenko. He shot it over the net, but didn't allow the Bruins to get any changes there, and they were stuck out there for a long shift.
Turnover the offensive blue line. Fantilli brings the Blue Jackets back, but Wotherspoon is there to deny him. McAvoy with a puck out toward his own blue line. Gives to the left side for Wotherspoon. He'll dump it down the near boards. It takes a funny hop behind the net. Gets away from Tarasov. Severson waited back in behind. Jack Johnson under pressure. It comes free to Geekie. Stepping, scores! Puck came right to Geekie, high slot as he moved to his left. He fires into the back of the net. It's 2-0 Bruins.
Geekie just stepped on the ice. And I think this is a turnover by Columbus. The puck was in the corner, in the left wing corner, to the right of Tarasov. And Geekie's a right shot coming from the bench. He's going to pick up this loose puck in the slot area. It's a good forecheck by Zacha and Pasternak, but Geekie picks it up. He ends up turning to square himself up to get this shot away, and he gets all of it. He's going to go glove side here on Tarasov. He might have gone under the glove. Yeah, turnover.
Like Severson was trying to find Fantilli in the middle there and just missed him.
It's the right play by Severson. If it connects, obviously, because you want to use the middle of the ice to get the puck out, but missed everybody, and Geekie's the recipient.
We'll step aside here. 13:25 to go here in the second. The Bruins have made it 2-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Milk Bone.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Fans, mark your calendars. The Bees will be back at TD Garden for their first home matchup of 2025 as they face off against the Islanders January 5th at 6 p.m. Select tickets still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat. With 13:25 left here in the second, Bruins out to a 2-0 lead thanks to the goal by Morgan Geekie. As they win the faceoff in the defensive zone, McAvoy will play it into the neutral ice.
A little rope-a-dope with that shift that the Bruins had. The important thing was that they only gave up, I think, one really good chance for the Blue Jackets during that 2-minute shift inside the zone. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They gave up one good chance to Marchenko, but they also gave up one good chance in tight.
Right.
Marchenko shot it wide, but yeah, it's unfortunate for Kastlik. He's playing his butt off. He's finishing every hit. He's had the fight in the first period, but he's dead tired. He gets that puck in the middle, and he tries to do a little too much with it, and everybody just wants to get off the ice.
They end up getting stuck in the zone for another minute or so.
They were all on there for over 2 minutes.
Yeah. The puck gets backhanded in deep here behind Tarasov. It'll be played out. Marchenko gets the cross-ice pass and sends it around behind Swayman. Far side, McAvoy and Monahan collide in the corner. McAvoy gets the better of that. Fedorov played it up the near side, tipped ahead by Marchand, but that one goes up over the glass and into the seats along the near side.
Yeah, it's hockey season. It's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
So we talked with Mason Lohrei between periods. He talked about having to do a good job protecting the slot area against this Columbus team. The face-off in the Bruins defensive zone. Brings Zach out to take the draw. And he wins it. Wotherspoon played it behind the net. Carlo will angle it off the boards to Brazo. Near the red line, directed one in toward Tarasov. He sweeps it aside, and Sillinger will come back behind his own net for Columbus. Blue Jackets moving from left to right. Picked off at the blue line, and they're going to whistle the Bruins offside. Looked like they had maybe gotten back on as Lysell was trying to bring that back into the zone.
We've got a pretty good look at it from our blue line. No, it might be a hand pass. But it went off the skate of Kent Johnson. I think they're calling a hand pass, but it went off the skate because Brazo tried to glove it,
right.
But it glances off the skate of Johnson, and then Lysell picks it up.
Yeah, Johnson definitely touches that, and it was not offside. You're right. So the face-off here won by the Blue Jackets. Fabro's got it. Hands off to Werenski, who pivots back away from Lysell. Werenski played off the far boards, but missed Van Riemsdyk, and that one's going to go for Columbus icing. A 12:15 to go here in the second period. Bruins up 2. Brazo's goal in the first, Geekie's goal here in the second, which is an unassisted goal at 6:29. Morgan Geekie, that's his 8th goal of the year.
The three of them have heated up. Him and Zaka and Coyle.
That's 6 in the last 11 games for Geekie. So pass misses Fabro coming out of the Columbus zone. Geekie lost it right back to Fantilli, and his shot gets blocked by Lohrei. Come behind the Bruins net toward the far circle. Peak played it for Pasternak. Lost it again at the blue line. And here's Fabro. His pass ricocheted right to Geekie. Hands off to Pasternak for a breakaway. Clear in from center ice. Moves in. Scores! Pasternak puts it right under the bar on the breakaway, and it's 3-0.
Now the Bruins, they get away with 2 turnovers. right at their own blue line on that shift. And then Columbus tries to attack. They hit a skate. Comes to Geekie, and Pastrnak, who had one of those 2 turnovers, he just takes off up the ice, and there's nobody behind. Nice move by Pastrnak, right? He makes it look easy. Just the forehand. It's almost what Marchenko tried to do, except Marchenko put it up over the net.
Right.
But that was Pastrnak getting in tight, little backhand forehand, and then just upstairs over the glove.
13th of the season for Pastrnak. And the Bruins have opened up a 3-goal lead now here in the second.
So the Bruins have had. The Bruins are going to get a penalty here for high. Oh, they're not going to get a high stick. Oh,
wow. Was that delayed? I'm not sure. It's not the right call. But
I think it's the right call.
Kastelik and Corrali came together. Corrali dropped his stick after taking what looked to be a high stick, and the official, all the way down the opposite blue line, about 5 seconds later, threw his arm up.
It was a good 3 to 4 seconds anyhow. Oh, so what I'm saying is the Bruins turned the puck over 3 times at their own blue line. Nothing to show for it if you're Columbus.
Right.
Columbus turns it over in their own zone. Puck's in the back of the net. Columbus turns it over at the offensive blue line, trying to make a pass, hits a skate. Puck ends up in the back of the net.
Well, they're going to call this a double minor for high sticking here against Kastelik. And he definitely gets it.
Yeah, I wish we could see the back referee on the replay, because I looked down at both referees. Neither one of them had an arm up. And the next thing you know, that back referee had it up. But it will be 4 minutes for Kastelik. I think that even if they didn't see it initially, they would have gotten it. You know, if somebody had to see it.
One of the linesmen you would think would help out on that, right?
Yeah.
So Columbus will get a double minor power play here. They went 3 for 3 on the power play last night. This will be their first opportunity of the night. Chance for them to get back in this game, which the Bruins lead 3-0 with 11:24 to go in the second. Chance to clear here right off the draw, and Zadorov sniped one off of Zacha's back of his foot, looked like.
Well, in all honesty, he's supposed to go up the middle of the ice there, you know. He can't go up the boards, or unless he gets it off the glass. He could, but
Zacha was just in the wrong spot. Voronkov sends it around behind the Bruins net. Here's a chance right out in front. Unable to find the handle was Kent Johnson. And shorthanded, ahead comes Elias Lindholm into the middle looking for Zacha, knocked away.
That's a nice play by Voronkov. And he doesn't reach in. He just keeps moving his feet. And just as the puck gets to the stick of Zacha, he bats the blade of Zacha. And that puck goes harmlessly into the corner. That's a good back check right there.
McAvoy gets another clear here for the Bruins. Werenski back at his own blue line. Gets the puck from Tarasov. Now Kent Johnson steps away from Marchand. Marchenko just inside the blue line to Voronkov. Forced out by Coyle, and Werenski will have to go back to get it again. Minute gone by on the double minor to Kastelik. Werenski skating up toward the center dot. Drops it back. Kent Johnson carrying through neutral ice. Poke check attempt by Coyle. Sillinger's got it across the blue line to the right wing circle. Goes down low. Johnson going behind the net. Back to Sillinger on the hash marks near side. Center blue line, Werenski over to the far side, and the one-timer by Marchenko gobbled up by Swayman.
Yeah, Swayman sees that one. That's from the left wing circle. That's a good save, though, because that puck's kind of rolling a little bit as it gets there. Marchenko's all the way out. He's past the dot in that left wing circle, but still gets a lot on it.
We are 1 second past the midway point of this hockey game. Bruins lead by 3, 2:35 to go on the power play here for Columbus. Frederick's first clearing effort, kicked right back to him. He gloved it down and then shoots it all the way down ice. Matejchuk, rookie coming out toward his own blue line. Pressured by Kepke. Provorov sent it along for Fantilli. Carries to the Boston line, then backhands around behind Swayman. Carlo hammers it off the far boards, and all the way back down ice it goes. Geekie and Zacha assisting on the Pastrnak goal at 8:18.
The pass by the Blue Jackets coming over the blue line must have hit the skate of Zacha.
His peak knocks one off the near boards. Coyle got it to Zadorov. Pivots in front of the net. Shoots it up ice. And Lindholm there in the neutral zone has it. He'll carry into the Columbus zone, drops off for Coyle, joining him left circle. Coyle moving through the high slot, over toward the Bruins bench, and then drops it back into the neutral zone to Peak. Over to Zadorov near side, steps into the Columbus zone and softly sends it around behind the net. The Bruins able to waste a few extra seconds and get some changes on the penalty killing unit here. Minute 22 to go on the power play. Provorov gives to Voronkov, drops it back, and here's Marchenko. Marchenko skating up through center ice, carries in across the Boston line, and McAvoy reaching back to try to help force that puck wide. Out of the blue line, Werenski couldn't keep it alive. In the neutral ice, Zacha forcing a turnover by Voronkov, gets into the Columbus zone. Puck slipped away from him into the near corner, trying to stay with it now against Monahan. And it'll come back toward McAvoy at the red line. He was trying to get it back to Zacha, but that got picked off by Werenski. Bruins have it, though, with 44 to go on the double minor to Kastelik. Dump it in on Tarasov. Hands it off to Werenski. 8 minutes even to go here in the second period. Marchenko, near the red line, leaves it for Johnson. Got it to the Boston line. Frederick had it, couldn't quite get it out. Monahan sent it toward the far circle, picked off by Carlo, and all the way down it goes. Tarasov going to shoot one out to the red line here for Kent Johnson. Hands off to Werenski. Carries into the Boston zone. Pass left was blocked by Lindholm. Comes around behind the net. Werenski still on it, but taken away and cleared this time by Zadorov. And that'll do it for the double minor. Kastelik comes out of the box. The crowd at TD Garden roars, and with 7:20 to go in the second, Bruins leading 3-0. Pass over in front of the Columbus bench. Olivier's got it. First into the corner by Lohrei. Zacha in there help out as well. There's Olivier. Tried to win it back, but Lohrei kicks it onto his stick. Now gets tangled up. Zacha will play to the back of the net. Zadorov right there. Pastrnak circles around behind the net, picks up the free puck. He'll go all the way up the right wing side. Trying to get around Corrali. Heels it back off for Geekie, right wing circle. Geekie skates it down toward the end wall. Angled off the puck by Matejchuk. Played up the boards, back to Lohrei at the point. His shot with Geekie floating in front goes wide. Peak now into the far corner on top of the puck. Sent it around the near boards. Provorov got it, brought it to the blue line, then got drilled in the open ice by Geekie.
Yeah, I didn't see him coming. Geekie was coming from the bench that time.
Lohrei back behind the Bruins net with the puck. 6:20 to go in the period. Up the left side for Andrew Peak. Deep it goes. Tarasov couldn't stop it. Lysell reversed it back in behind the net. Frederick gets held off the puck by Jack Johnson. Back out into the neutral zone. Christensen got it to the Boston line, and Putia's shot blockered aside by Swayman. Van Riemsdyk will play it back in behind Swayman here. Puck coming toward the near corner. Witherspoon couldn't get it, but Bruins force it out. And all the way back into the Columbus zone. Christensen has to play it quickly away from Brazo as they both tumble to the ice. Putia, left side, Jack Johnson brings it across the line. Sillinger coming in late, has it, trying to get it in front, blocked off of Lindholm. But a good job by Putia to win that puck back. Centering pass, denied by Lindholm there. Came back out in front. Brazo trying to find it. Witherspoon does, and he'll lift it out of the zone. Werenski back at his own blue line. 5:18 to go here in the second. Columbus will get it deep once again. Marchenko sends it around behind the net to Monahan. Bringing back toward the near side. Fabro with a shot from the blue line went wide. And a stuffer attempt on the far side by Marchenko came back out in front.
That was right there for him.
Witherspoon denies Marchenko along the far side of the net. And the puck is cleared up ice. Here's Marchand against Fabro. One-on-one. Marchand going to the front of the net. Tarasov stays with him and makes the save. We'll take a breather here. 4:49 to go in the second. Bruins 3, Blue Jackets nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst. A drive to be the next big thing. To put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators. The visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
4:49 left in what's been an eventful second period. Bruins have a 3-0 lead. They had goals by Morgan Geekie and David Pastrnak in just under a 2-minute span, and then they had to kill off a 4-minute double minor to Mark Kastelik right after that.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, that penalty kill. There were a couple clears that kind of went off of bodies, but for the most part, very good. And most of it to the outside. Marchenko had a chance from, the left wing circle, but a number of clears, I would probably say 7 or 8, where Columbus has to come all the way back into their own zone to get that puck and come 200 feet.
PK was 0 for 3 last night in Columbus, 2 for 2 now. As McAvoy with a shot from the far wall, had some traffic in front. Tarasov made the save. Blue Jackets get it out neutral ice, and Johnson sending over for Sillinger down into the far corner of the Bruins zone. Zacha wraps it around the near side. Geekie to Pastrnak trying to backhand it toward that far side. Sillinger ran him into the boards near side wall. They'll come back toward Pastrnak from the red line, and deep it goes. Tarasov backhands it toward the near side. Provorov will skate in front of his netminder. Pass out into the neutral ice. McAvoy knocked it away from Johnson. Zadorov's got it back in his own zone. Hands to Geekie. Gives back to Zadorov from his own blue line. Skates it left to the red line, and deep it goes. McLaughlin will peel it off the wall to the back of the net. Kastelik to the near corner. Back to the point. Lohrei winds, fires. That hit a body in front as Koepke was battling with Fantilli. Volleyed back toward the Bruins zone. This is Fantilli from the right circle. Kastelik on the back check denies his backhand attempt. And Koepke will play it off the wall and into the Columbus zone. Not far enough for an icing as Jack Johnson goes back to play for the Blue Jackets. 3.5 to go in the second period. Bruins by 3. Fantilli sent one into the neutral ice. Leaping up to glove it down was Elias Lindholm. Marchand will chase it back deep into the Columbus zone. Gets the stick around Johnson and wins that puck back to Coyle on the far side circle. Backhanding it back down low. No one there, and Fantilli will bring behind his net. Wotherspoon putting pressure on Van Riemsdyk, forcing it back in behind the Blue Jackets net. Aston Riesel on the far boards. Out to Van Riemsdyk near the red line. Christensen across the Boston line. Shoots around Carlo and wide. Picked up off the near boards by Marchand with some space. He'll send one in on Tarasov, forcing him to stick it aside.
Had Coyle go, and he was thinking about trying to go off that far wall, but I don't think he had a lane to do it. Talking about Marchand looking for Coyle behind everybody.
Near the red line, Christensen knocked it past Marchand. It'll come back into the Bruins zone. Carlo in the near corner. Voronkov gets spun around. Pastrnak finds the puck, lobs it high into the air. It'll go into the Columbus zone. Brazo didn't know where it was. Had a chance with that one.
Just prior to that last break, what a chance Marchand had. It was a nice little move that he had coming from the right wing side. Kind of hooked the stick of Fabro so that he could get by him.
It came out of the corner, really, parallel to the goal line there.
Yeah, so he puts the puck. Fabro reaches to try to poke it away. He puts the puck between the stick blade, and skate. And then after he does it, he kind of hooks the stick of Fabro so Fabro can't continue the poke check and pulls himself around him.
Marchand riding an 11-game point streak coming into this one. 7 goals and 7 assists over the last 11 games. This is a shot gloved by Swayman. So we'll get another face-off to his right with 2 minutes to go in the second. We'll step aside. Bruins 3, Blue Jackets nothing. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins leading 3-0, 2 minutes to go here in the second period. David Pasternak's goal set up by Morgan Geekie and Pavel Zacha at 8:18. And with those helpers, Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Face-off coming up in the defensive zone here for the Bruins with 2 minutes to go in the period.
Just taking a quick look out of town scoreboard. 5-1 Tampa Bay leads the New York Rangers halfway through the game. Tampa has 14 shots on goal. Shesterkin got pulled 5 goals on 14 shots.
Yikes. Things continue to spiral for New York. They've got 4 wins in their last 17 games. Monahan gets it into the Bruins zone. A centering pass denied by Zadorov. The Bruins get it out here. We will see them coming up this coming week. January 2nd, Bruins will be at Madison Square Garden. It's part of their 3-game road trip. Zadorov poking one toward the far corner of the Bruins zone. McAvoy played it up the far side wall. Zacha swings it wide to the near side. Fabro played it back into his own zone to Provorov. And at 10 to go in the period. Long pass missed. Corrali coming through neutral ice. Lorai's got it on his stick. Skates it back in behind the Bruins net. Brings it up the near circle. Pass to the red line for Geekie. Redirected into the right wing corner. But Provorov will get it there and step in behind his own net. Takes his time as he stands in the far circle. Heels up ice. Pudia lifting it in across the Boston line. Lorai got to it first, but under pressure from Fantilli. Lorai able to withstand it. Pass didn't really connect with Geekie. On the near boards, it's Corrali sending one over to the far side. Matejchuk and Zacha get tangled up. Matejchuk able to work his way free. Comes toward the near side and under pressure from Pasternak at the blue line. Can't get it out. Now it comes to Zacha and he'll lob one ahead and Pasternak's got another breakaway. Moving in, hit the post. Stick side. On Tarasov, it'll come back out of the zone here with 10 to go.
Just takes off as soon as that puck gets turned over there, and Zacha knows it.
Bruins with the puck in their own zone. He'll just play it through the neutral ice, and that'll do it for the second period. Pasternak scored on a breakaway earlier in the period, nearly had another one there. He caught the iron instead. But the Bruins take a 3-0 lead into the locker room after 40 minutes. And we'll recap what's been an eventful game so far coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Here's Fabro. His pass ricocheted right to Geeky. Hands off to Pasternak for a breakaway. Clear in from center ice. Moves in. Scores! Pasternak puts it right under the bar on the breakaway, and it's 3-0. David Pasternak with his 13th goal of the year in that second period. Bruins have a 3-0 lead at the end of 2. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. And Bruins take a 1-0 lead, extend it to a 3-0 lead, kill off a 4-minute penalty in that period. And it's been a totally different game than what we saw last night.
Yeah, I mean, where to start? They've cleaned up the defensive side of the puck, first of all. Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple chances here and there. I mean, but they've been way better than they were last night. There's no question about that. The 4-minute penalty kill, it's a double minor by Kastelik, and you can just see the look on his face because they know they're preaching, stay out of the box, right? And it's an offensive zone penalty. He's digging. The guy plays his heart out every game, and he finishes every hit. He fights one of the toughest guys in the league in the first period in Olivier. He had an eventful period, though. I mean, he's had an eventful game. You know, the fight, the hits. He had a bad turnover. He had a double minor for high sticking. So it's been a little good, a little bad. But you admire the way that his effort every night. So the 4-minute kill, everything, almost all of it on the outside. There might have been one in-tight chance, but most of it was on the outside. The Bruins cleared several times. They got the puck 200 feet and to make Columbus go back and have to come all the way back up the ice. Had a couple of blocks in front. They only got, I think Marchenko had a chance over on that left wing side, and that was a puck that kind of dipped a little bit, but we had a nice look from behind on it on the replay, and Swayman was squared up. He saw it and makes a nice glove save on that one. They got in. There was one shift where it was actually the fourth line that was out there, and that was the turnover by Kastelik. And then you had Carlo and Zadorov. All five of them had over 2-minute shifts. They were stuck inside their own zone, and it looked like they were going to get out. And Kastelik turns it over, and Marchenko goes in on the breakaway, and he put it up over the crossbar. There were 2 other turnovers by the Bruins in the same sequence, and that led to Pasternak's goal.
Right.
They turned it over twice at the blue line, trying to get it out or trying to make a play at their own blue line. And then Columbus tries to make a play, goes off a Zaka's skate over to Geekie. Geekie flips it up in the air, and it's down for Pasternak. And he makes no mistake on that breakaway. He hit the post on the second breakaway he had. The other one was a turnover by Columbus, and they're trying to make a pass out of their own zone. I think it was Severson trying to make that pass out of his own zone. Doesn't connect with anybody, and Geekie right off the bench. Good, right place, right time, in the high slot. Picks it up, and good shot right under the glove of Tarasov. So first goal was not a good one by Tarasov. I think we can all admit to that one, right? He didn't handle the initial shot in very well. His numbers haven't been great, especially his last 4 appearances, which have been really spread out between the beginning of November and now. He's only had 4 appearances. Looked a little shaky, settled in. You're not going to fault him on being beaten on a breakaway from Pasternak. Yeah. And Geekie's shot was a good shot. It was below the glove, and he got all of it, and Geekie can fire it. So, I just think that the little puck luck has gone the Bruins' way, where, you turn the puck over, it could end up in the back of your net by Marchenko, and all of a sudden it's a 1-1 game, or it might have been a 2-1 game, whatever the score was at that time, and maybe it's a whole different game here we're talking about. But he doesn't score. Swayman makes the saves he's supposed to make. The Bruins have cleaned up the defensive zone for the most part, and then they've capitalized on a couple mistakes made by the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, that's what kind of stands out to me is, again, you're making Columbus pay for the mistakes that they have made tonight. And the mistakes that you've made you've managed to minimize the damage.
Well, the one that Pasternak gets a breakaway on wasn't really a mistake, right? They're trying to pass through a skate. It hits a skate, and it's a good bounce for the Bruins. It's an advantageous bounce for them. Certainly, they're trying to make a play on the Geekie goal, but you got to make the play. I think it was the right play to try to use the middle of the ice, and he's being forced. Severson is, right. That's the forecheck that we talked about. Playing with more of a purpose. Started with the first shift of the game. It was obvious that they were playing with more of a purpose. The forecheck was more effective. Guys were getting in there quicker. They've had way more jump today than they had yesterday. Now they got to close it off the right way. They've played a good 2 periods. They've got the 3-0 lead. Pasternak was really upset with himself going to the locker room there at the horn, at the buzzer, because he had that breakaway late and put it off the post and out. And, that's 4-0. All of a sudden now it's, looking pretty good, unless you're Seattle and Vancouver from earlier today. But so you've got a good lead right now, but you can't get the bad habits going in the third period. Not sit back and not let Columbus garner chances, because that's when they're at their best. Right. So continue to make plays coming up the ice. Continue to make tape-to-tape passes coming up the ice. Don't take that easy way out unless you have to. Don't put it off the glass unless you have to. Make sure you keep making those smart plays.
And we've talked the other day about, the Bruins' third periods have been a lot better of late, with the exception of losing that third period lead in Edmonton. But those have been in tie games and when they've been behind. So we'll see how they do protecting a lead 3-0 after 2. Our Music of the Game is brought to you by Live Nation. Summer favorites, Yacht Rock Review, return to Leaderbank Pavilion for 2 shows. Catch them Friday, August 8th and Saturday, August 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll check the out-of-town scoreboard when we return as our second intermission continues on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Second intermission here at the TD Garden with the Bruins leading the Columbus Blue Jackets by the score of 3-0. We'll take a look around the NHL. Earlier today, Montreal shutting out Florida 4-0. Seattle with a big comeback against Vancouver, 5-4 winners in overtime. It was the Flyers over Anaheim 3-1. LA Kings in overtime, 4-3 winners over the Edmonton Oilers. 3-2 now at the end of two periods. Washington Capitals lead the Toronto Maple Leafs. 5-1 late second period, Lightning over the New York Rangers. New Jersey 1-0 lead over Carolina. That game almost at the end of the second period. At the end of two, we get a good one, 2-2 between Winnipeg and Ottawa. And the score 1-1 between Pittsburgh and the Islanders. That game early second period. One other game at 10 o'clock tonight, Calgary in San Jose to take on the Sharks. Here at the TD Garden, Bruins 3, Columbus Blue Jackets nothing. Third period action coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before. While you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
Welcome, I'm Phyllis. Whoa, you've been in your truck all day.
How'd you know?
Smells like you're wearing that perfume Diesel number 5. You need a truck that uses RNG. That's renewable natural gas, the cleanest fuel around. It reduces carbon emissions by up to 300%.
Nah, too expensive.
Not true. This company called Clean Energy makes the switch affordable, and they have a whole network of fueling stations.
Sounds like I need a new truck.
Clean Energy, shifting carbon into reverse.
I speak to you on this terrible, terrible time, one that has deeply affected the hearts and minds of people in Israel and people around the world. Our homes, our communities were looted and set on fire, causing immense suffering. None since the Holocaust has so many Jews been killed in one day. We are at war.
The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is on the ground, delivering life-saving aid during this unprecedented terror crisis in Israel. An emergency gift today of $45 to the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews will help provide food, water, medicine, trauma care for kids, even things like diapers and games for children huddled in bomb shelters. We are calling on you to help. Give today at ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. This is a black and gold flashback.
Seidenberg on the right wing to keep it in the Phoenix end. Pouliot into the right wing corner. Got to pull away from Yandel. Does. Feeds it in front. And Jennifer Kelly get blocked away. Now a wrist shot from Seidenberg, and he scores! It rolled through La Barbara. Dennis Seidenberg will get the overtime game winner. And the Bruins win it in Phoenix 2-1.
Our black and gold flashback tonight taking us back to this date in 2011. Dennis Seidenberg with the only overtime goal of his career gave the Bruins a 2-1 win over the now defunct Arizona Coyotes. Here at TD Garden tonight, it's the Bruins with a 3-0 lead as we get ready to start the third period. Goal scoring, Justin Brazo's 8th of the year from Brandon Carlo and Mason Lohrei, coming just 2:29 into the first period. That was the only goal in the first 20 minutes. In the second period, Morgan Geekie off a turnover in the Columbus zone scores an unassisted goal, his 8th of the season, coming at 6:29. And then less than 2 minutes later, 8:18 was the time, David Pasternak gets the feed from Geekie and goes on the breakaway, scoring his 13th of the year. Geekie and Pavel Zacha get the assists at 8:18 to make it 3-0. Bruins, as we talked about, killed off a 4-minute double minor to Mark Kastelik for high sticking just seconds after that, and we're able to hold on to that 3-0 lead. Shots through 2 periods are 21-13 in favor of the Bruins. They had a 10-7 edge in the first and 11-6 advantage in the second, and neither team has capitalized on their power play so far. Columbus 0 for 2 after going 3 for 3 last night. Bruins are 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight. So as we get ready to start the third period, Bruins will start with the 4th line here. Kastelik, McLaughlin, and Koepke, who started the game as well tonight. As Kastelik and Sillinger take the face-off, and the Blue Jackets will control it first. Bruins will go left to right on offense here in the third period. Kastelik picks one off in the neutral zone and dumps it deep in behind the Blue Jackets net. Koepke with a hit near corner on Matejchuk. Puck battled for behind the net, but Jackets will come away with it. Sillinger from his own blue line. Pass through neutral ice. Was broken up. Comes kicking deep into the Bruins zone. Carlo backhands to Wotherspoon in the far corner. McLaughlin taps it free, but missed Kastelik, and a shot saved by Swayman, and then gets the rebound as well as Kent Johnson with 2 chances from between the circles.
Yeah, Swayman's made some good saves from in tight, but those are 2 good ones right there to start this period. Things get changed in a hurry. That one of these gets in. This play was there for Kastelik. I thought he just missed it.
Yeah,
it was there for him. He tried to push this puck up the right wing side, and next thing you know, it was right by his stick. That was there for him. So, been a bit of an adventure for him today.
It's some good, some bad, as you said, between periods from Kastelik tonight, but Bruins survived that one. Face off, push toward the near wall, And ahead by Zadorov. Here's Coyle with Marchand down the middle. Got it across, and it was tipped away by Fabro. Lindholm gets it back to Coyle at the back of the Blue Jackets net. Sends toward the near circle, past Marchand, back to McAvoy at the point. Center blue line, Lindholm a drive, kicked aside by Tarasov. Zadorov a blast, and that one got through as well. It'll be played out for Voronkov, and up the left side, or Marchenko lost it just inside the Bruins blue line. Fabro circles back behind the Columbus net down to our right. 3-0 Bruins have the lead. Just over a minute gone here in the third period. Both teams already with some chances. Fantilli chases one deep into the Bruins zone. Swayman played it off into the corner. Aston Reese from the far corner around the near side. Jack Johnson from the blue line shoots it back into that right wing corner. It'll ricochet all the way out toward the blue line to Pasternak. Try to angle it off the boards looking for Geekie ahead. Couldn't connect there. Severson plays it away from Geekie. Lorai will shoot it back in Geekie's direction. He's going to whistle him offside as he was coming out of the Columbus zone as that puck got to him.
As Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Columbus Blue Jackets today, Daniel Tarasov, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
15 saves for Swayman tonight. Comes in 6-1-1 in his last 8 starts. Of course, had that an ugly game in Winnipeg where he surrendered 8 goals, a career worst. But
yeah, the only other loss was one against Edmonton, right?
Right. But if you look at Swayman's numbers, really since the coaching change, take that Winnipeg game and kind of put it aside, he's been really good.
And it's an easy answer, but I think there's a couple reasons for it, is what I'm trying to say. His play has been better, but so has the team in front of him.
Very much. I mean, I don't think anybody can dispute defensively. This team has been miles better. As Corrali sends one in front of the Swayman all the way into the far corner. He'll go and get a pass from Marchenko. Gives it back to Marchenko. Stick handles into some open space and tried to go short side high, but missed it up over the net. Out to the neutral ice. Jack Johnson sent it back across the blue line, but a delayed offside against Columbus and a free clear. Carlo going to skate it ahead to the red line. Sends it down into the Columbus zone, and he'll head off on a change. 2:45 gone here in the third. Kent Johnson comes back through neutral ice for the Blue Jackets. Slams on the brakes along the near boards against Geekie, then turns it over to Peak and sent back into the neutral zone. Those numbers on Swayman, the last 8 starts. Take that again, put that Winnipeg game aside, which you can't really do. Nope. But it's a 1.99 goals against and a 912 save percentage in those other 7 games in that span. Sillinger pivots back toward his own zone. Comes through neutral ice and dumps it in from the red line all the way around to the far side. Lorai on the end wall, battling with a pair of Blue Jackets, able to sweep the puck in the direction of Coyle, but kicked away from him. Now it'll come free, and Coyle grabs it and heads up ice.
4-man rush.
Marchand joining the rush as well, coming on from the bench. They try to go left with it, and it got picked off.
Bailed on that. I'm not sure why.
Werenski will bring back into the Bruins zone. Sends one across and back across. It was behind Marchenko.
He was looking back door. Went off of a stick.
Back to the near point. Monahan threw one in front. Blocked by McAvoy. Pivots away from Voronkov, going back in behind the Bruins net. Long pass ahead. Marchand waiting for it at the attacking blue line. And now he and Werenski get tied up. Fabro in the near corner. Pushing it up the boards. And Frederick keeps alive at the blue line. Now Coyle turning with it and sending one toward the slot, picked off by Werenski. 15:35 left here in the third. 3-0 Bruins have the lead. Marchenko back in his own zone. He and Werenski trading it, and then Brazo putting the pressure on, knocked that puck free and toward the crease, and it's covered up by Tarasov.
Yeah, knocked it off of Marchenko's stick. But it rolled harmlessly in, and Tarasov, he tried to play it, but the referee had already blown it.
That'll give Bruins an attack zone face-off here. Frederick, Brazo, and Fabian Lysell. If you're just joining us, Lysell called up earlier today from Providence, making his debut. The puck lifted through the neutral zone. Carlo will come back to get it. Brazo helps it out of the Bruins' end. So with about 7 minutes of ice time through the first two periods, Carlo gets into it with Aston Reese deep in the Bruins zone around the far side. Here's Van Riemsdyk from the far circle. Shot gets blocked. Kicked away in front as Aston Reese tried to redirect Christensen's shot. Frederick fighting his way out to the blue line, able to one-hand it out into the neutral zone. Brazo and Aston Reese over between the benches far side. Blue Jackets will send back into their own end. Christensen's got it on the near circle. Severson gives back to Christensen. Up ice for Monahan, denied by Peak.
Yeah, that's
Sent
where you
back
want to
toward the
deny
zone.
that puck. Right at the blue line there.
Puck gets through him along the near side, and Lorai comes back ahead of Pudia. Kastelik with a puck on his stick along the far side boards. Try to get it deep. Second effort does. Provorov is there for Columbus. Matejchuk swings it back across to the far side. Monahan up ice for Pudia. Got it just inside the Bruins zone. Lorai got it to the blue line, and it's free as Koepke picks it up. Lorai joins him on the rush. Koepke down the right side, took a shot, scores! Cole Koepke picks the top left corner, and the Bruins have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy play, I would say, by Columbus here. They should have this puck right at the blue line, and they overskated. Two Blue Jackets overskate this puck. Provorov was the second one. Koepke fans out to the right wing side. He's a left shot. He's got Lorai coming with him on the other side. And it's a good shot when you hope that Tarasenko can stop, but it's a good shot by Koepke. Beats him to that far side above the blocker.
Sixth of the year for Koepke.
It's just, it's one that, like, you have possession of the puck in the offensive zone, and you miscommunication, you give it away, and the Bruins go down and score. It's happened 3 times now.
There's Pasternak.
In different ways, but 3 times where they've turned it over.
Pasternak gets knocked down in the far corner, gets back up, stays with the puck against Sillinger. That snaps a 10-game pointless streak for Koepke. Puck played up off the glass near side by Kent Johnson. McAvoy settles it near the red line.
Oh, he took a big
He
hit
gets
from
run at by Olivier, and McAvoy still down, and here comes Zadorov to grab Olivier. They are tied up at the Columbus blue line. McAvoy still on one knee. Olivier trying to get a left jab in, and Zadorov fires back with a right hand, and now they've got their right arms free. Olivier and Zadorov holding each other at arm's length. Zadorov with a right, knocks off the helmet. Another jab by Olivier and a short right. They twist around. Right hand by Zadorov comes up short, and the officials will step in here. So Zadorov coming to McAvoy's aid. He's still being tended to down in front of the penalty boxes here, and looks like he may have a cut as the trainer has a towel up to his face. No concern for McAvoy. Olivier with his second fighting major of the night. Zadorov with his first. McAvoy is up and will skate to the bench under his own power. And we will take a break. 13-17 to go in the third. Bruins 4, Blue Jackets nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye. too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Revs, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 85, the Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station.
Charlie McAvoy went up the tunnel. And
and Zadorov's in the box.
Yep.
He's complaining. I'm thinking that they gave him the extra 2. The Bruins only have 4 players out there, but there's no penalty up on the board right now. It's a power play now.
I think they've given each minors. I think
they're
giving Olivier a minor as well.
Columbus has 5 guys out there.
Okay. I'm looking at the score sheet, and they've got them both down for minors. But,
I know, but it's a power play here for Columbus.
Okay. So Brazeau comes over, and he'll serve the other penalty.
My guess is Zadorov got an extra 2.
Number 24, Matthew Olivier, 5 minutes for fighting. Boston penalty to number 91, Nikita Zadorov, 5 minutes for fighting and 2 minutes for roughing, being served by number 55.
So instead of giving him an instigator, they gave him 2 minutes for roughing. That's what he was complaining about. He came from a distance to challenge Olivier.
Right.
So we'll take you through that in a second, because there was a couple things that we saw. And so they could have given him 2 for
5
instigating,
and 10, right?
5, and then he would have gotten 10. But right now the Bruins are down to 4D.
Here's Werenski down the right wing circle. Deals it back toward the blue line. Big collision in the far corner.
Marchand coming all the way back that time.
Kent Johnson at center ice here with the puck. Minute 15 to go on the Columbus power play. This is their 3rd of the game. Marchenko goes left side here from Monahan. Back toward the blue line. It skips away from Kent Johnson. And it's a foot race up ice. Johnson with a step on Marchand, but Marshy reaches in and wins that puck. Got it to Coyle, back to Marchand, coming right down the middle. And Werenski takes him down. Marchand wants the penalty shot.
Yeah, he won't get that one.
Won't get it.
Well, Marchand finished the hit hard on Werenski, deep inside the Bruins zone. And then him and Coyle combined up the ice to make this play. So just going back to the Olivier hit. First of all, he's trying to hit McAvoy from the side. McAvoy sees him coming. He kind of turns at the last second. So he goes into the boards awkwardly. So it's not a hit on the numbers, and that's why he doesn't get anything here. Now, Geekie was the closest guy to him. Olivier could have dropped the gloves with Geekie, and that's a mismatch. It really is. Geekie was going to do it, and Zadorov came from a distance to challenge Olivier. And Olivier was more than willing to oblige that.
And that's a
fair fight.
Yeah.
I mean, Geekie would have done it, as most players would, but but Olivier said no. Like, he wasn't going to drop the gloves there. When Zadorov came calling, he dropped the gloves. So, I don't know. I hate seeing McAvoy get hurt there, but I don't think there was a penalty.
Yeah, as we looked at the replay during the break, we both thought it's a clean hit.
Yeah.
It's a bad result, but it's a clean hit.
So just keeping an eye on McAvoy to see if he comes back. And right now, the Bruins are down to 4D.
Right. McAvoy in the locker room and Zadorov in the penalty box. So it's 4-on-4 here for 50 seconds after the penalty to Werenski for holding. Here's Saka with a chance and fires it up over the net. Near side wall. It's Sillinger playing it across ice. Provorov picks it up off of Karam and pivots back in behind his own net. 11:50 to go here in regulation. Bruins have a 4-goal lead. As Fantilli skates it through neutral ice, Saka reaches in and knocks that puck away. Taychuk will come back and get a pass from Provorov. He sends one across ice and it hits Sillinger in the skate. Jumped up into the air and just across the Boston line. Wotherspoon able to get it to Zacha. Rink wide, it'll come to Pasternak, and he's got it. 5 seconds before Brazeau, who's serving the minor to Zadorov, will come out. Bruins will have an abbreviated power play of about a minute. As Pasternak goes into the right wing corner, whips it around behind the net. Lohrei at the far point, walks it toward the near side, gives over here to Geekie. Down into the corner for Marchand. Lohrei over to Pasternak, center blue line. Lohrei back to Pasternak, left wing hash marks. Sends one into the middle, redirected by Geeky and tipped up and over. Near side wall, Marchand to Lohrei, over to Pasternak, one-timer! And it finds the glass. Pasternak let loose on that one. Lohrei got it to Marchand, tried to kick it right to a cutting Geeky, but just missed him. And the Blue Jackets will clear with 25 to go on the power play. 10.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Lohrei, Geeky, and on to Lindholm. Deep into the Columbus zone it goes. Tarasov played it around the far boards. Coyle out at the blue line has it. Gives on to Marchand. Down low to Geeky. Has Lindholm in front. Geeky goes right to the doorstep trying to jam it in. Save made by Tarasov. Lohrai's got it now on the far circle. Back to Marchand. Down low. Here's Lindholm with a chance from a tough angle. Saved by Tarasov. Diving effort by Lohrei at the blue line. Can't quite keep it in. Bruins power play is over. Carlo will dump it back in and Boston changes up. 9:52 to go here in the third. Koepke and Brazo in deep along with Frederick now. Tip back toward Wotherspoon. He shoots it down to the end boards and Koepke picks it up from there. To the near circle and backhands it down toward the corner. Brazo at the back of the net. It's knocked off balance. Frederick's got the puck. Steps out just north of the goal line. Now brings it all the way back out toward the blue line. And it's forced out of the zone by Corrali.
Keep those feet moving for Frederick there.
Frederick going to carry back into the Columbus zone. Sweeps it left, but Brazo wasn't expecting it. Wotherspoon has to come back and retrieve here for Boston. Wide pass to Koepke. Dump in from the red line. Pasternak won it from Marchenko, but Blue Jackets get it back. Marchenko gets it from Corrali. Pass left side, finds Werenski down the left wing circle. A centering pass. Daka back along with Lohrei to help defend that. Here's Corrali stepping into a shot from the top of the circle. Marchenko with chance of that rebound, and Vorakov right there as well. And Swayman with a flurry makes the stop, hangs on to it, and gets a whistle. 8:47 to go here in the third. It's the Bruins 4 and the Blue Jackets nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Fans, sign up for the Bruins Authentics newsletter and be the first to know when new Bruins game used, team issued, and team stock memorabilia is released. Visit bostonbruins.com/newsletter to sign up now. 8:47 to go here in the third period. Bruins have extended the lead on a Cole Koepke goal at 6:06. And it's 4-0. As a face-off coming up in the defensive zone. Scoreboard right now showing 26-15 shots on goal in this game. Columbus with 2 here in the third period so far.
Yeah,
11 minutes in.
If I'm not mistaken, they both came in the same sequence when the Bruins failed to get a puck out of the zone early in the third.
Werenski will push it up the far side. Marchenko in across the line comes Monahan. Shot blocked by Carlo, ends up in the near corner. Monahan goes toward the back of the net. A centering pass is taken away, and Coyle will play it off the near boards and out. Werenski pivots back toward his own zone as Columbus is in the midst of a change. Bruins doing likewise. Kent Johnson off the right side. Pudia trying to get it back to Johnson on a give and go. Zacha was there to make the defensive play. He shovels it along to Geekie. Back across the ice to the far side. Lohrei leaping up to try to knock that one down. And fed Pasternak ahead, but knocked away from him. Now Zacha's got it back across the line. Here's Pasternak from the far side wall. Back to Lohrei. A one-timer blocked by Pudia. And the puck ricochets out into the neutral zone. Charlie McAvoy is back on the ice after taking that heavy hit from Olivier earlier in this period. Went to the room for a bit. Sillinger for the Blue Jackets across the ice for Pudia far side. Back to Johnson along the near side circle. He pivots away from Zacha. Sends it over to Severson far side with a shot that hit the outside of the post against Swayman. Geekie in the far corner. Wheels it around behind the net to McAvoy and up the near side out to neutral ice.
Yeah, Columbus had 2 shots on goal a few shifts ago. That's why I was just going back to look. They finally added them onto. They finally added them onto the board. So they've got 4 shots this period. Right. I didn't think that was right.
Way into the neutral zone here for Fantilli. Koepke and Fantilli came together. Koepke took a spill in front of the Bruins bench. Kastelik works over Fantilli a bit, and Peak will send it in from the red line. And then Kastelik goes hard into the corner after Matejchuk. Kastelik will dump it in. Matejchuk came back for him in the neutral zone, gave him a hit of his own. Talked about Kastelik. He's had an eventful night. He was Olivier's first fight opponent of the night. About 2.5 minutes in, right after the Bruins had taken a 1-0 lead, as a shot out of the corner is gloved by Swayman. And now Kastelik getting into it in the corner with Aston Reese. And the officials will jump between them.
Yeah, it's hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Well, we got 6:06 to go. Bruins, who had been outscored in the 2 games against Columbus this year 11-3, have outscored the Blue Jackets in turn tonight 4-0.
Zadorov and Olivier coming out of the box. Bruins back to 6 defensemen.
And one of the things about Columbus, and we've talked about this, a little bit last night, is that they can really fill up the net. A third of their games this year, they've scored 5 goals or more, but they are a kind of feast or famine type of a team. Bruins have held them scoreless through more than 2.5 periods tonight. Just under 6 minutes to go. Werenski coming back behind his own net with a puck. Pass jumps away from Marchenko, has to chase it down. Now he'll give over to Fabro. Long pass up ice off of Voronkov, trying to kick it on toward Werenski near side, but Coyle cut that off. Werenski's got it back just inside his own blue line. Up the right side, Voronkov will send it in deep. Swayman waiting for it to get to the trapezoid.
Yeah, he's had a couple of adventures, especially early in the game, but that's a nice play right there. Quiet play.
Fabian Lysell now will play it on into the Columbus zone. Brazo backhanding in behind the net, on to Frederick near side to McAvoy. His shot redirected by Brazo, and Tarasov able to make that save. Pushed out into the neutral zone here by Pudia, and Brazo will get it back in deep. Now Tarasov waiting for it to get to the trapezoid. Brazo got it in front as Tarasov was coming back between the pipes, and Frederick nearly had a gift in front there. Frederick now in the neutral zone, shoved away from the puck. Pudia on the near boards, bumped by Brazo. Frederick will play it back. McAvoy and Olivier found each other side by side once again. Zadorov stepping out from behind the Bruins net with 4:25 to play. Pass up the right side, redirected and behind the Columbus net by Geeky. Provorov will just volley it back out into neutral. Carlo stops it. Pass for Geeky didn't connect. Matejchuk played it back ahead. Aston Reese was chasing, but Wotherspoon instead clears. Here's Pasternak, right circle. Geeky, a shot. Tipped up and wide by Tarasov. Comes across ice. Carlo reaching for it. Knocked away by Sillinger. Back Aston Reese into the Bruins zone. Hands off to Sillinger down the left circle. Wide angle shot. Swayman took it right in the logo and hangs on. 3:52 to go. Bruins with a 4-0 lead over the Blue Jackets here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You met with the stable boy despite your father's orders. He hoisted you onto the saddle and you wrapped your arms around him, embracing his silent strength. He lay you down amongst the wildflowers. You experienced love like never before while you were buying dish soap. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover heart-stopping romance titles on Audible.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
3:52 to go. Bruins with a 4-0 lead. Dustin Brazeau, Morgan Geeky, David Pasternak, and here in the third period, Cole Koepke with the goals tonight. Geeky and Koepke's goals coming unassisted. Bruins have just Geeky, who has a goal and an assist tonight, the only multi-point of the evening. Mason Lohrei is a +4 tonight. Koepke swats one out of the zone. Puck will come off the near boards. Kent Johnson finding Olivier in the neutral ice. Turned back away from Koepke. Johnson from the red line. Dumps in. Blocked by Wotherspoon. Off the far boards and out. Kastelik from the red line will send into the Columbus zone. Under 3.5 minutes to play. McLaughlin chases into the corner. Provorov outlets Kent Johnson. Back across the ice it comes. Matejchuk will skate it to the Boston line. Hands off on the left side for Sillinger. Looking for Johnson. Missed him. Wotherspoon and Olivier come together, and the puck will jump over the glass far side out of play.
Yeah, you haven't seen not a lot of ice time for a guy like Lysell in this third period. A couple of shifts lately, but then you had a couple penalties that popped up there. Protecting the lead, so hard to evaluate him. I think he would have had a good scoring chance had they not called that hand pass, right, in the second period.
Yeah.
That was him coming right down the middle.
He was coming right over the blue line with the puck.
That was a little unlucky for him, but he had his very first shift, nice forechecking shift, and helps create that first goal by Brazeau.
Showing him at 11 minutes of ice time so far tonight as he hops over the boards here. Aston Reese and then a peek at the Boston blue line. Fantilli trying to carry one through the left circle. Relieved of the puck by Lohrei off the far boards. And it is knocked away from Lysell by Van Riemsdyk. Come around the near side. Christensen sends it around behind the net. Van Riemsdyk brings it toward the near side circle. Backhands a pass to Christensen. Shot.
It's in Brazeau's equipment.
Blocked by Brazeau, and nobody knows where it is. Went up his pant leg, apparently. Digs it out, flips it to the linesman. 2:28 to go.
Yeah, preserve this thing, right? Make the right plays now. Down to 2.5 minutes.
If you weren't with us early, Lysell got chance on what is typically the top power play unit. A little bit of a different look tonight. Early on with Joe Sacco inserting him in there.
Well, Pasternak went on the second unit.
Right.
But they've been outperforming the top unit.
Here's Pasternak getting one from Zaka down the right wing side, trying to get around Fabro, forced it off into the near corner. And Corrali backhands it out. Zadorov there, up ice, Pasternak at the red line. Gives to Zaka on the far wall, forced back out of the Columbus zone. Zadorov's got it, where he hit 2 minutes to play. McAvoy from the red line will get it deep. All the way into the far corner. Both Zaka and Pasternak in there after it. Geekie reaching for it. Got a piece, but Blue Jackets control. Jack Johnson angles one across the ice. Here's Putia in across the Bruins line. Down the right wing circle. Swayman makes a save.
Good tie up there by McAvoy and Corrali on the rebound.
Backhanded up into the air. Christensen gloves that down, but turns over to Geekie, and he will just chop it out through the neutral zone. 90 seconds left. Van Riemsdyk steps back into the Bruins' end. Centering pass for Aston Reese missed. Aston Reese in the far corner, wrestled down by Wotherspoon. Puck comes behind the net, past Carlo. Christensen pinches to the near side hash marks, but Elias Lindholm wins that puck and volleys it back into the neutral zone. Brad Marchand giving chase along with Coyle into the Columbus end. We hit a minute to go. Barring a late goal here, Marchand's 11-game point streak is going to end, it looks like. Oldest Bruin ever to have a streak that long. Provorov gets it back behind the Bruins net with behind the Columbus net rather, with 45 seconds left. Been a fun one here tonight at TD Garden. Bruins looking to finish off the last 35 seconds, denying an entry in the neutral ice. Sillinger will step back into the Bruins zone against Pico on the near side. Behind the net it goes to Fantilli in the far corner. Back to the point now for Severson. His shot gets blocked by Brazo. Severson got it to Jack Johnson over to the far circle. Fantilli's shot blocked by Peak, and it comes out of the zone.
Peak and Brazo both blocking shots here, preserve the 4-0 lead.
Final 6 seconds left. Columbus back in their own zone. Jeremy Swayman will get his second shutout of the season as the Bruins avenge last night's loss. A 4-0 victory here on home ice over the Columbus Blue Jackets. And hugs all around for Jeremy Swayman, who made somewhere around 18 saves tonight. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Welcome, I'm Phyllis. Whoa, been in your truck all day?
How'd you know?
Smells like you're wearing that perfume Diesel number 5. You need a truck that uses renewable natural gas. It's sustainable, affordable, and doesn't stink.
Clean energy, shifting carbon into reverse.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Jack Johnson under pressure. It comes free to Geeky, stepping, scores! Puck came right to Geeky, high slot as he moved to his left. He fires into the back of the net. It's 2-0 Bruins. Bruins with a 4-0 win on home ice tonight over the Columbus Blue Jackets. One of the goal scorers joining us downstairs, Morgan Geeky. How important was it tonight, coming off of last night's game, to get out to that early lead in the first period?
It's huge, to set the tone like that. We weren't happy with our performance yesterday, and, back-to-backs are tough in this league, and I love the way we responded and, pushed through 60 minutes.
And Morgan, it just looked like you guys played with more purpose. Is that fair to say here in this game, even from the very first shift and just kind of the physicality and just the way that the whole game kind of unfolded?
Yeah, for sure. I think we still got some things to clean up, but, I like the way we're trending, especially after last night. So, I think we're happy with the 2 points, but we got some things to learn and definitely clean up. But I love where we are right now.
As you said, maybe some things to clean up, but it looked like defensively, you guys really kind of had the focus tonight against Columbus after they put up 6 goals last night.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that we have to take pride in, and playing in both ends of the rink, and good defense leads to offense, and Sway played a hell of a game for us tonight, and. It was nice that we could get the shutout for him and keep it rolling into the next game.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks to Morgan Geeky for joining us in the wake of a 4-0 Bruins win over Columbus. A lot different feel to this game tonight, really, from the opening drop of the puck for the Bruins.
Yeah, they start the fourth line, right? And it's look, Kaslick's a physical guy. We all know that. And Kepke can throw his weight around. McLaughlin's not quite as physical, but he can use his speed to try to get in there on the forecheck. And they had a good first shift, right? In there on the forecheck. Did a good job. He tried to set the tone early, but you've got to